1, 2, testing 1, 2. Okay, thank God. All right, let me get a sound check from everybody. Here goes your head.
You haven't cleaned your hose in a while.
Whatever, man. You're the hookah genius, not me, man.
I'm gonna hook you up.
Okay,
No.
I'm gonna bring this thing closer to you,
Hose ain't clean.
so you don't have to.
Hose ain't never clean.
John, I'm sorry, man. I don't have another arm.
Check.
Yeah, good, legit.
You feel good there? Or you want to? You be more comfortable?
Yeah, good. I don't know how close does he gotta be.
You gotta be kind of close.
Good.
Even
There,
man.
there's-
Yeah. Good.
No, I can hear from
Cool.
everybody in
Testing. So, how's everybody sound? Does everybody sound okay? Sound good?
Everybody
You
sound
good?
good.
Yeah.
here. Test one.
Man,
Test
there's
1,
some
2.
earwax on these headphones.
Yep.
Mic check.
Oh man.
No, we hose them down after.
we hose them down with the hose. Hey, where do you know where the
You got another 3.5. I need audio, but I'm good.
check that
You don't
box
got it.
over there for the little tippity tips.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
I don't see him.
You don't see them in there? We need tips, man. We can't be having mouth all over people's
Just a tip for a second. See how it feels.
Party with Anthony enough that
You know
it's
what?
Okay.
perfection, baby. Wait, are you sure this is mine, bro?
I'm not smoking out of it, so you guys should be good.
I don't think this is mine, homie.
Well, this one's mine.
That shit. You guys know I'm a germaphobe, right?
We do now.
Yeah.
I need a tip right now.
John, give him a tip.
No
You're
homo.
closer.
No homo. All right, you know what?
You got shorts on. Give him a tip,
Oh,
John.
I'll-
It'll be quick.
Tell you what. You know what? Screw. You know what? I'm gonna use my old technique. I got a technique.
You gonna use your hand?
Yeah, just use my
all
hand. All right. See, he's not touching that one. All right.
I don't know how vulgar we can get on this thing. That's why I'm trying to censor myself.
It's a family-friendly
Well,
show.
I'll tell you what.
It's
How
supposed to be.
I'll tell you what. How about you feel us out,
All right.
and then you'll figure it out. How about that?
What's the etiquette on boners?
As many as possible, I guess. As
All
lo-
right.
All right. So, what do you guys think about the new pictures, man? I got Clint Eastwood there. I got Indiana over there. And I got El Mariachi, Antonio
Oh,
Banderas.
that was
what
the
I'm
movie.
talking about right
Hey,
there.
that was the movie he didn't even need to be in.
I know.
The whole movie.
I know.
Didn't even need to have him in it.
I know.
I can't even see. What is that?
It's Raiders, man.
Raiders.
Oh,
That's the where he's like, close your eyes.
what'd he say?
Don't look into the.
Aaron goes.
Don't look,
Josh
Marion.
Watching, that's so unsettling. The crew goes.
Yeah, it's making me nervous.
Group of retired fighters.
Check it out. It's Leo's.
Not part of the crew.
I don't
I'm
think
just
he
gonna- I'll
fought.
put it out there.
Hey,
I'm
look.
not part of the crew. I'm not a fighter.
He looks more of like an IT guy.
I am an IT guy. I'm a programmer. I'm a nerd.
See, I
a
called that one
dweeb,
right off the bat.
A geek. You could throw all those words out there. They apply.
Hey, you know what? But he's official, man. He's in the group. But
Right on,
check it
thanks.
out. It's Leo's geriatric fighter podcast.
Man, I'm not that old yet, man.
Yeah.
Damn, 32.
That's
I
it.
hit 30.
Yeah.
I just hit 30. Calm yourself.
Oh, I'm the oldest.
Oh,
I'm the oldest one in
32,
here.
man.
Welcome to the dirty 30s.
I'm the oldest one in here, baby.
I got the Italian Puerto Rican blood, man. So I'm good.
Are you? Wait
know?
a second. 83.
84.
So 83 when?
January 7.
Oh, you bastard.
Oh, we just told
Oh, you-
everybody. Great. Now my credits. Yeah.
His social security number is.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me, man? Bleep. All right. So listen, let me do this the right way, y'all. Give me 1 second here. Let me test my. Okay, I'm good. All right. So I'd like to introduce. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Righteous Anger Podcast. And nobody heard that except for the people on YouTube, and of course these fine gentlemen. All right. So once again, I've got Eric Santiago. He's my co-host. He's the guy who likes to bring a little bit of. What
What's up, everybody?
do you like to bring, man?
Smarts.
Smarts.
Yeah.
What do you call
Facts.
it?
Brings the funny.
Yeah. He's the comedian. Sure. We've got John Hughes, who is
Not really.
who's a madman. He's a madman. The guy's a madman,
At
but
times.
but he's the type of guy that pretty much will fit in anywhere. You never go wrong if he's at wherever you are, and that's why he's here with me today.
Stand up, gentlemen.
I'm excited to be here.
He's a
Raise a
gentleman.
glass. Raise a glass.
Raise a glass.
John Hughes.
I'll raise a
John
gun.
Hughes, everybody.
Cheers. And, of course, our special guest today, we've got Anthony Cordero. Now, let me tell you a little bit something about this guy, all right? This guy is an ex-pro fighter. I watched him destroy people, all right? And now he's creating. See, he went from utter destroyer to creator. and we're going to talk about some of the things that. Well, we're going to talk about try to get some stories out of them, but we're also going to try to learn a little something from them too, as far as creating entrepreneurship and all that good stuff. So, Anthony, thanks for coming today, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Welcome
I
to the show.
appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
welcome, man.
Just got to remember my fiance's watching here, so we got to,
All right.
can't
So-
get too in depth.
Can't get all the secrets out there.
Yeah.
What, you want to say something nice to her?
Huh?
You want to throw her to say hi?
I'll give her a
maybe?
shot. Hey, baby, love you.
there you
She
go.
told me if I didn't do the shutout, she was going to break up with me, so I got to.
Well, we gotta put that out there.
I had to do the shout out to you. Love you, Taylor.
There you go. There you go. So, I want to start off by saying, kind of like, I know these guys, right? But people out there may not know. So, Anthony, like, kind of, can you give us a rundown of like, kind of, your beginnings? Where'd you grow up? What were you into, and then how did that get into? Like, how'd you get into the fight game after that? So, beginnings to fight game.
Yeah, all right. I grew up in this area. Always playing sports. We're always athletic, very athletic family. My dad actually played semi-pro baseball. Then he hurt his knee, so he got into the restaurant business. But me and my brother, we were 3-sport athletes. My sister, of all varsity. We went and played college football, and then I didn't want to stop competing, so I went and checked out MMA Institute in Winchester. What?
He's looking for this Alki
Don't
over here.
distract me, John.
He's looking for.
He's
a
telling his
glass.
life story. And you gotta interrupt him.
I'm getting serious over here, bro.
All right,
No,
sorry.
so
we'll get you a glass. All right.
yeah, drink it out of the bottle, man up.
I'm not trying to be rude.
So, so I went
Germaphobe
and
over
checked out MMA Institute in Winchester, and happened to be a little scrappy. Got in a few street fights in my day, so kind of came pretty natural to me. Trained for about 6 months, had my first fight. Came out here then I moved back because I was going to school. I was going to Shenandoah University out in Winchester. Moved back over here, this area. Joined Disciple. And Disciple MMA Academy, Fluffy BJJ all day. All right. Shout out to Crew Howard and Dave Reeves. Hear that, crew?
There you go.
All right.
And Beyond
Fight
Strength.
with them. That's how I met my man John Hughes over here.
What?
Fighting since then.
Oh,
Hit that a little too hard.
oh my God, it's really rough, man. Freaking, let me,
You lighten it up.
yeah, I'll lighten it up.
Just take the top off. That should be good.
Just take the top off, lighten
Yeah.
it up. Yeah, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Innuendo City. All right, so can you kind of talk? You said you were scrappy. You were fighting anyway. Like, what kind of fights were you getting into?
I think my mom's watching. Sorry, Mom. But,
Sorry, Mom.
we used to get a good amount of fights in high school all the time. Our spot to meet up was Franklin Farm Middle School parking lot.
Oh, I know
That's
exactly
where we
that
met
is.
up, and it would go down, and I would be the first one in there all the time. Me and my boys, we were just, we liked it. It was fun for us. We like to get into fights.
Gloves or no gloves?
No
Fair
gloves.
No gloves,
It's a
man.
straight street fight. We would call up the Oakton High School boys, and we would get down because we just didn't really like them.
No one liked the Oakton kids, man. I went to Centerville, so
They like driving Jeeps.
yeah,
That's it.
exactly. So, the kids today, I think, and you can back me up or you tell me I'm full of crap, but kids today don't really know what that's all about for the most part.
Wow.
Kind of getting together and doing like they start their wars online, I think,
Yeah.
and then maybe it comes to you tweeted me, man. You tweeted me bad. Huh?
What's up? Tweeted
A lot of,
Why you-
lot of
why you-
Facebook tough guys these days. I
Why
can
you
see with
calling me
these
out on
kids.
Twitter?
These kids that no disrespect, but the newer generation is a little softer than the older generation.
A
You
little?
can already tell that. But
Did you know suicide rates are like high now too? Like way higher than they used
I
to be.
didn't get enough
media.
followers. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
gonna kill myself.
yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
likes my post.
I mean,
It's sad.
don't you?
Well, nobody follows you anyway, John. But
I follow you,
I'll
John.
follow you.
I follow
Thanks,
you.
guys.
So
See
This
ya.
is a support group.
see, we got this is like we're starting our own little gang right now.
that's it.
Everybody
I
in.
don't know. Hanson.
We'll figure out the
Okay.
hand thing, But so when you used to get in fights, were you just dominating, or did you have a tough time about it?
No, we would pretty much dominate the fight. It was just a straight street fight, and no technique really. So it's just I guess getting into martial arts, it just kind of made me not really fearing getting hit. Because it's been there, done that with bare knuckles.
That is I think Crew will agree with. I think I remember him saying this to me, but because I think I asked him, I was like, "So what's the hardest thing, when teaching people in this area?" And he was like, "Okay, hey Crew, if I'm getting this wrong, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you're the one who said this." He said, "People in this area aren't used to getting hit. They're not used to getting into scraps.
Mm-hmm.
So the hardest thing is to teach them when they're like sparring each other to actually connect, because they're not used to actually making contact with somebody."
Yeah.
Did you guys see that? There was a viral video. These two kids in the hood, I think in the hood, I don't know. They were scrapping each other, and it was in slow motion. It was like, I think the caption was, "Not one hit was landed."
Yeah.
That whole
Yeah, you do that.
No, they were swinging for the fences, just swing. But it was
throwing haymakers.
It was like it was like 60 frames per second slow motion, and they were like, and it looks like he's going to make contact. Nope, no, and it had to be at least 200 punches.
Oh my gosh!
And not one landed. The closest one was like this glancing blow to the top of the skull, which is a terrible place to hit somebody.
Break your fingers?
Yeah, man. But
you'll know if you want to be a fighter. If you want to see if you could be a fighter, you come get punched in the face at the gym, and you're either going to back up or you're going to keep going forward and try to hit him or, eat another punch or something. But that's how you're going to know if you're going to be a fighter. You get hit or you step back and you're like, oh, I don't want to get hit again. Or you go forward and you're like, yeah, let's keep going.
Do you think that can be developed though?
I don't think it can be developed. I mean, it's
you
either
have
in
it
you.
or you don't have it.
It's either in you or it's not. I've seen guys that have been training for years that they still don't like. Nobody likes getting hit. So I don't want to say like getting hit. I'm saying as far as having the mentality of getting hit, biting down your mouthpiece, and going forward and keep fighting. You won't. If you've seen some of my fights, I've been in some wars, and
Yes, you have.
I had to keep going forward, and I shut closed, whatever else. You know what I mean? And John can vouch for me on that. But
actually,
on the math piece and start swinging back.
We got somebody famous watching us. I just want to say thank you, Margaret Downey, for watching the show.
Hey,
I don't know if you know who Margaret Downey is.
Who's Margaret
No,
Downey?
who's Margaret Downey?
Hi, Margaret.
Yeah, she's a pretty big activist in
Hey,
the
Margaret
atheist
Downey.
community. So just everybody say hi, Margaret.
Margaret Downey.
We hate all animals. Screw the seals.
Oh my gosh.
And she's gone.
Hey, don't say
Yeah,
that. My
she's gone.
fiance's an animal lover. You gotta be careful with that.
I'm just kidding. I love animals.
No, she's
Oh,
she's wonderful.
But
I just wanna say thanks.
that's kind of our gym's mentality. That's the way Crew taught us to fight, was be the bully and go forward, and that's what I love. That's my style of fighting.
Forward,
Right on.
baby.
You
Forward.
know.
Hey,
Yeah.
did anybody notice my shirt?
Oh, let's have a look.
That's
Fight
classic
works.
right there. That's
that was
old
before
school.
me.
Dream MMA.
That was before me.
That's for
Who's
How's
the
that made?
Who's the
Right
OG in here?
right now.
Who's
you
the
are.
OG?
Right now, you
By
are, 'cause
age,
that's
you mean,
before
or what?
me
Both.
and-
Both. Oldest and oldest, son.
that's even before the Mace days.
I'm not the baddest in here. I'm not the smartest, but I've been here the longest. No, that's cool, man. Golly. So when you used to fight, all right. Now there's a couple of different, and I'm only going to talk about the fight game a little bit because I really want to get into the entrepreneur stuff. But
right on.
but when he's big time. So when you have that mentality of like going to wars, right? I mean, do you have in the back of your mind at that time that, you know what, brain damage is, you hear Joe Rogan talking about brain damage all the time, that being the biggest fear, when he talked to Brendan Schaub about Get Out, and you being an entrepreneur now, do you feel like you sustained like some damage to your thinking or anything, or were you ever afraid of that?
I was never afraid of it, because if you go in fighting afraid, it's not going to turn out well for you. I'm sure I have some damage to my head. 12 years of football and 8 years of fighting, that's 20 years of two of the worst contact sports you could do. And I also played fullback and tailback, so I was getting hit constantly, But, I'll never forget this. It was my very first fight ever 8 years ago when I was with MMA Institute. Joe Boserman, he saw how nervous I was. I was pacing. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do. And I asked him, I was like, how do I get rid of these nerves? He was like, 3 things. Accept that you can get knocked out. Accept that you can get submitted. Accept that you can lose. I said, if you can accept those 3 things, that's a possibility of that happening, you're going to be fine. And I don't know what it was, but it just gave me a sense of relief, and I went out and knocked the guy out in the second round on my first fight.
Because
Bada boom, baby.
he didn't have any fear. He was just going in thinking about winning. So, God, I just got like enwrapped in your story. I completely forgot my next question.
I got a question.
You got a question?
Yeah,
All right,
because I was motioning to it. Tell me about that hashtag.
Fight for Savvy.
Yeah,
So
tell me about that.
Savvy's actually probably watching this. It's my little 3-year-old niece. She actually just got diagnosed with leukemia back in August 23rd.
Oh, dear.
So she's been battling leukemia now for the past few months. But she's handling it like a champ. She just got through her 4th phase of chemo. She's a little soldier, I'll tell you that much, man. Just the way she's just sitting there taking the chemo and going through the spinal taps, and she's just, you see her, she's always got a smile on her face, always energetic. Like, you would never even know it if you looked at her.
That's serious, man.
She's a little beast, man. I love her to death. Treat her like my daughter.
I've been following you, man. I've been watching kind of the, what's been going on, and she couldn't have a better uncle by her side, man. I'll tell you
Thank
that
you.
right now.
Thank you.
So when you when did you decide to get out of the fight game? Like, what was that moment and why?
It was basically my right eye. Actually, the second time I fractured my orbital. My retina was loose, and the doctor was saying the pressure in my right eye is really high, which are signs of glaucoma from the damage I've taken. So doctor straight up basically told me, like, you still fight, but it could be 1 hit or it could be 100 hits. Your eye's gonna go out.
Jeez.
So, I still, I want to get like one more in there. But
Are you
it's
serious?
Just, I do. I like maybe a Muay Thai fight or something. See, crew, I still like Muay Thai.
Nice.
I want to get one more in there just to do it, and I still got that I still got it in my stomach.
How about
just-
training? You gonna train folks?
That's just, man, with the restaurant business, it's really tough. It's really tough right now. We just launched our own wine label. We got our 7th place opening up here in June.
Right.
So,
GOAT.
the GOAT,
GOAT.
greatest of all time. We're
I don't
really
know.
busy with this stuff.
We're gonna talk about that. I want to hear about that.
I want to get some of this wine.
Yeah,
Shoot.
Yeah, Cordero wine. Check it out. Check all the restaurants. Right now, we just have 3. We have a Merlot, a Pinot Noir, and a Chardonnay right now. So working on some more.
All right.
Like-
So
Locally grown grape.
No, it's in Livermore County. It's
Right on.
outside San Fran, Central Coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
wow,
Right on.
wow, that's serious, man.
Yeah.
Freaking West Coast.
Yes, sir.
That's
I
some
got
good-
the best grapes out there. That's why.
Yeah, no kidding.
I will definitely plug that with a friend who sells wine. She'll sell it.
Yeah. Let me know. Right now, we're distributing through Republic National, but you can get it at all of our restaurants, and you can also get it at Blue Iguana right now, too. Yeah.
That's it?
What is
Right
it?
on.
I can't, yeah. No, that's not it. I
Okay.
don't know what that is. That's
I'll
a
try and
different
find it.
Cordero wine.
Wow, way to go, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to find it so that we,
Yeah, I
we
don't
can
think-
plug it.
Way,
put
way
it out
to
there.
way to plug the competition there.
Well, nobody saw it.
Nobody saw that. That's
Pretty
true.
sure there's an Instagram account for it,
Right on.
Cordero wine, yeah.
So let's talk about what was your first business that you started or were part of?
Well, we always worked, my dad started it all. It all started with him. He's
What's your dad's name?
Mike. Mike started it all. Mike Cordero. He was,
Don.
he started working, the Don. He called him the Don of Arlington. That's the kind of name he got now.
Every time he comes through A-Town, the
Yeah,
Don's here.
the Don's here. The
Straighten
Don's
up.
here. It all started with him. He started working in the pizza shops when he was a kid, South Bronx, New York, working in the pizza shops up there. And he moved down here, opened up an Italian restaurant. He was all, self-taught chef. He never went to school for any of this stuff, man. He was just,
real?
from the street. And, he did everything he knows is he just learned. He picked it up. and he passed it down to us, and we've been working the restaurants, and the good thing was he made us start from the bottom. We used to, I was a busser, I was a prep cook, I did server, I did everything pretty much in the restaurant business you can do. Only thing I never got a chance to do was bartend. That's because I was in college playing football.
So you weren't like daddy's boy.
No, man, he didn't, not like that. That was one good thing about my parents. They made us work, made sure we had a job. It wasn't like, hey, here's a $100,000 Mercedes, like some of these kids out here.
A small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Dad,
Yeah.
Dad.
It's
Yeah.
not the Mercedes I wanted.
No, you can tell a lot about a guy or a girl, like based on sort of how they carry themselves, how their parents or whoever raised them. You know what I mean? Like, you can tell a lot. And me coming from Northern Virginia area, and you as well, you're kind of everywhere, right?
All up and down the East Coast,
Just from
North
the
Carolina,
Matrix.
mainly North Carolina and Northern Virginia.
Man, this area is so like rich
Yeah.
that you get to kind of, and it's interesting because you get to see the poor kids and the rich kids. Like my high school was poor kids and rich kids all like intermingling, right? And if you weren't, I wasn't a rich kid, I wasn't a poor kid, I was somewhere in the middle, just like working class, and just looking at the kids driving in with the Mercedes, the new this, the new that, and I'm just like, and I still do that. I'll drive by like a high school in this area.
Look at the parking lot.
And you look in the parking lot, and the teacher's parking lot's like Geo trackers or whatever, and
Yup.
like 1995 Honda Civics. And then you look at the student parking lot, Benzes and
Oh my
You know,
gosh.
Range Rovers.
Benz,
Range Rovers,
Yeah.
and it's like
Escalade.
that little bastard did not work for that, guaranteed. How are you going to be 16 years old and work for that? What did you do?
No chance.
I pay my own bills.
I pay my own
You
bills. I make my
lie.
own way.
My first car, 1993 white Honda Accord with purple tint.
Nice.
Was it bubbly or was it?
Oh, it was bubbly, and I
Bubbly
had a
tint?
nice fat exhaust on it, and thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Oh, you had that thing riced.
My first car was a Chrysler LeBaron.
Oh wow, like
LeBaron's
$300
that's what's
bucks.
up.
with the
I bought
long
it for $300.
I
short
bet you John
skirt.
would drive a LeBaron.
Hell
Man,
yeah.
my first
was?
car, 93 Cutlass Supreme, lime
Nice.
green.
Ah,
Lime
Nice.
green.
Coupe.
yeah, so you probably loved it.
I got
Oh,
you.
I
I
loved
got.
it.
I still
Hell
got
of
y'all
that
beat.
car.
I still got y'all
Oh
beat.
no, here
Go
we
ahead,
go.
bring it.
1990 Ford Tempo. You don't even know what that is.
I don't know if they make those
Ford
anymore.
Tempo?
White Ford Tempo
Does
was
that
it
have
was
4 wheels?
it 4 wheels, and it was the car that came before the Escort.
Oh, okay.
So they only made it for 2 years.
And let me tell you something. That was Whitey Ford, baby. That car was a legend. The things that I put that car through, the things I would do in parking lots with that
Oh
car,
my gosh.
boy, I had no business in a Benz. The things I did to that car, I had no business in a Benz. So all right. So tell me about like the things that you guys are doing now. Like, what are the big things you're doing right now?
Man, just working in the restaurants. We got our 7th place opening up here called The Goat. It's in Arlington. Then we might have something else coming up, but that's still a little hush hush right now. But just
yeah?
working the restaurants, trying to get the Cordero wine out there. My dad's got his own hot sauce coming out.
Oh man,
Yeah, he's got his own
playing.
hot sauce coming out. So we're trying to do big things here, man. Build an empire. Trying to gain knowledge from him, and he's passing it down to me and my brother, and try to keep everything going. Yep, there it is
Damn.
right there. That's the
We're
Go
gonna
website
link
right
to it.
there.
I don't know if you know
coming.
what I do, but I'm CEO of a company where we do basically advertising, marketing in the video world,
Oh, okay.
right? And we do film. We're in 3 different markets, industries, right? One thing that I admire, like I'm actually going to be speaking in George Mason this week, Friday, and one thing that is going to be part of my talk with the kids there is, yeah, you guys are getting a degree in film or production or whatever. I said that's not going to guarantee that you're going to be successful,
Nope.
because you guys are learning like smarts, like school smarts or whatever. You guys are learning some skills that are marketable. But guess what? If you don't know how to build connections, if you don't know how to turn an idea into a pitch and then get investors get money involved with that idea, you're going to be working for him. You know what I mean?
You know, I'll add into that too because I have a bachelor's degree. I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology, you know, and I used that for about 4 years when I was personal training, and I ended up just getting back in the restaurant business anyway. You know what I mean. So, you know, $80,000 later and a crap load of student loans.
Right, exactly.
You know, it's a rolled up piece of paper sitting in the corner of my closet
Hey,
right now.
you see our pieces of paper right there, man.
Yeah.
You know, my wife's got an English
Those
degree.
look really nice framed.
They look good. They look good.
Mine's rolled up in my closet.
Dude, I just framed those just for the set. Like it has nothing to do. Those have been in a closet forever until I was like, you know, it might look good for the Righteous Anger set. I'm gonna put them up.
You
let's-
can't even
let's
see
show
what
him.
it says. It just looks nice up there.
It just looks good, I guess. But like you said, it doesn't matter. Like the things that your dad learned, actually going out, and this is sort of a, I want this to be like a theme, right? For our podcast today with you, is take action. You know, as a fighter,
Absolutely.
take action. His number one message right there was take action. Don't backpedal. Don't backstep. Like Crew taught us. You know, go forward. And it's the same thing in business. You go forward. You know, you have to be very active, or else you're wasting
Never know.
money.
Yeah, you'll never know unless you
Wasting
actually
time.
try it or take the
Yep.
action.
Yep.
Oh, and times we talked about that last
Time's the
weekend.
most precious resource you have.
We had a real estate mogul,
Baron.
Baron
We made him a
Sam
Baron on the show.
Sam Valmet.
Yep.
This
That's
dude,
his name, Baron.
no, we made him a Baron.
Oh,
his
I was gonna
name's
say that's
Salme.
pretty
Well, like
legit
you know,
name.
no, you know how like your dad,
That's serious, right?
you know how you show him the sword, man.
Yeah,
Sword
we-
right behind you, man. We freaking we
sword?
yeah, man. We've knighted that dude.
I already told my girl the first boy we have, his name's gonna be Bane.
Oh,
Bane.
Bane Rocky Cordero. Telling you right now.
She didn't agree to
He's
that.
gonna take over Gotham.
first of,
Bane.
She did not
Telling you
agree.
right. Oh no, she hated it. I told her if we have a girl, she can name her whatever she wants, but
Talia,
the
Talia.
Cordero name ends with me and my brother.
Oh,
so
no.
one of us need to have a boy, you know. So I'm naming him Bane.
how old's your brother?
34. 2 years older than me.
All right, y'all are still in the game. You're still in the game.
Yep.
Not shooting blanks yet.
Not shooting.
No, I'm still good. I think I'm good.
You better get checked.
I know.
So,
I'm all right.
so Bane, huh?
Bane.
Man, that's
Bane
a-
Rocky Cordero.
let me
That's
tell you
awesome.
something.
That's a tough name.
With a name like
I don't want to
that,
mess with that kid.
That's what I'm saying.
that
Yeah.
kid is destined for either super success or he's going to be a criminal with that name. There's only two ways. There's only two ways to go. That's
Why
it.
not both?
Oh, he could be a super successful criminal. It's true.
Or he might be the greatest supervillain of all time.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
And
saying.
break Batman.
And actually
break
break
him in half.
Yeah,
That's it.
break that back.
He's gonna come out fully sleeved already. He's gonna, cauliflower ear and everything. He's gonna be ready to go.
You know what?
Cauliflower.
I was
Come at me, Dad. Come at me.
I was thinking with Anthony coming. I know he's all tatted up. I'm tatted up too, but you can't really tell.
Yeah.
But
I'll get one.
I'm a licensed tattoo artist here in
Oh,
Virginia.
yeah?
You gotta hook me up, man.
I'm gonna tattoo you. But I was thinking, how cool would it be if for one podcast it's a tattoo podcast,
That'd be pretty
and
good.
I actually tattoo somebody while the podcast is going
You
on.
can do my butt cheek if you want.
Nice.
I don't do butt cheeks unless
Put a butterfly on
You're a
it.
tattoo artist.
Yeah.
You know,
Tattoo artists gotta do whatever.
I
You
will.
got to take action.
I
Leo.
will take action on that butt cheek.
John, how many watchers we got right now? We got a good amount or what? That's it. Probably.
Taylor said absolutely not.
Who's
That's my fiance.
Whoops.
So,
Whoops.
Bane Rocky, babe.
putting her foot down now
Yeah,
early.
she told me already. Her dad loves it. Her dad loves the name. He
She's
was like, "That's an awesome name."
she's got to be a strong woman to be with a man like you. Huh?
Oh my god, dude, she puts with so much crap. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she hasn't shot me yet,
Hey man,
or accidentally knife slipped and stabbed me or something.
My bad.
he's sleeping.
I don't know if you guys ever see my scare videos on
Oh,
Instagram.
man.
Yes.
What did you do, man?
I have a whole series of scare videos where I scare her in the shower. People love them. You see them?
I've
John's
seen
seen
'em.
them. I posted.
I've seen 'em.
I actually just
She is
posted.
not
I
a
actually just
fan at all.
posted one today. It's on my story. It's on my my Instagram story. I just posted it today, and I got it really good.
Are you kidding me, man?
You
You
got it
see
really
him
good.
creeping, and you're like,
No, my wife would literally stab me. Like, I have look, I've been married.
No, she'll wait. She will wait.
Yeah, no, I know.
She'll deal with it, and she'll be like,
Listen.
"You're sleeping."
Listen, you don't know her like I do, man.
No.
I've been married for over 10 years now. I know for a fact. You know how you get to know a woman. I know her now. We've been married for over 10 years, and I'm not kidding when I tell you. Terrible physical violence will happen to me if I do anything near what you just said, man. Taylor, you're a good woman.
You should test those. You should test those waters, Leo.
Yeah, should I?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think so.
Take some tips. You got any pointers on how to scare her perfectly?
Oh yeah.
You
You got
gotta
the scare master.
we
right
gotta
here.
you
Take
gotta
the
get them.
opportunity.
You gotta get them while they're in the shower, because then they can't chase after you.
Oh, that's
'Cause
true.
what you do is you run outside, because they're not gonna run outside in the tower naked, you know. So that's what you gotta do.
Just gotta run, bruh.
It's a good technique.
What? And then she just cools off.
I mean, I guess, you know, kind of just
Or
relax.
she chases you. If she's
Yeah.
that
Or-
mad, she'll chase you
Pour a
outside.
big glass of wine afterwards.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You better
You
have something.
You better have dinner ready.
Yeah.
Like, I scared you, but look, I made dinner.
She's
She'll run out and see it. Oh, you made dinner.
I was about to say
She's tried to get me back. Let me tell you this real quick. She staged a murder.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
all right, but first of all, okay, she does like makeup and all that stuff, and she's on the ground. There's blood perfectly just on her face. So there's no blood anywhere else. So I walk in and I just see her on the floor, and I was just like, "You're an idiot." 'Cause if you got shot, there would be blood like on the walls, like everything like that. It was like perfectly aligned on her face.
Come on, Taylor.
You know,
You think
Next time.
Yeah.
Taylor? You think that's the first time he's seen a crime scene?
Yeah.
More blood's better.
Come on.
More blood's better.
Come
Yeah.
on, amateur. Wow.
Real quick, shout out another celebrity. We got Johnny Curtis watching.
Oh,
Hey, Johnny.
Curtis.
Johnny Curtis, that man hurts.
Man, I have sparred with him. It was the most painful 15 minutes of my life.
And he smiles at you the whole time.
Yeah.
is that Johnny? That
Big
big,
Johnny
big
Curtis.
dude,
Yeah,
right?
Johnny Curtis,
no,
yeah.
I remember him.
He got me on the ground and submitted me by putting his knee on my throat. All right?
That'll do it.
That's one way to
I
do
was
it.
tapping like crazy.
Dude,
it was just unbelievable.
I sparred Johnny one time, and he punched me in the thigh, and it felt like I got kicked by Carlos. And it was just like he went jab and then boom.
Man,
and I was like,
he is a man. That
I'll
dude
woke you
is
up a little
stud.
bit. What's that? That's pain.
Yeah,
Oh.
that guy is
Nobody
a
punched
stud.
anybody in the thigh, let alone hurt that much.
I've never
getting
been
punched in the
tapped
thigh.
out by getting a knee on my throat. All right? Like,
He'll spar and roll with you, and the whole time I was just like, "Yeah, that's good," and just smile because he knows he's just like, "No, come back here."
you want me to tell you the John story? How I was about to fight in a tournament. He tore the elbow,
Oh my
the tendon in my
gosh,
elbows
every
here.
time,
Yes, I
every
do. You
wanna hear this
time.
story?
Hear the
Yes, I
story.
do.
Let's hear it.
You can hear his side, then I'll
me,
play my
me
side.
and John are supposed to. What was the tournament? What was it called?
It was RFE, I think.
Something.
RIE,
RFE or something.
RIE, that's what it
All right,
was.
yeah. And the winner was supposed to go like the UFC ranch and all this stuff. I had a pretty
Trained
good
with
chance of
Leonard
winning
Garcia.
this. I had a pretty good chance of winning this thing at 170. I felt like, and me and John are sparring with Shark Tankin. I have him up against the cage, and he's getting beat up, and everyone's yelling at him. So he gets all frustrated and Kimura's me standing off the cage, and all of a sudden you hear pop, 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 my elbow, and
snap.
I dropped to the ground, and he tore the tendon in my elbow. The doctor said I had to get Tommy John surgery, and I told him, forget that. I'm not
Holy
getting that
crap.
shit. Yeah, no chance.
All right.
Wait,
So
this
I-
John did
This John. So I didn't. So by the way, I did not get the fight in the tournament,
Nice work, John.
and he goes on and wins the tournament.
Nice work, John.
All right. First off,
That's
I
the
didn't
other
win
side.
the 170. I went to 155 tournament. And second off, we're on the cage. We're in boxing gloves, and everybody's yelling at me, get off the cage. This is when I fight at 155. I'm a lot smaller than I am
You
right
weren't
now.
weighing 155. I was a lot smaller too.
Yeah, you.
I was walking at 85.
And I was like 168, 173, somewhere
All
in that
right,
range.
I had you by 10 pounds.
Yeah, and
10
you're
pounds.
leaning
That's
on me.
nothing. And you're 6'3".
All right,
Leaning
wait, by
5'9".
but by the way, no offense, I don't know what you look like before Beyond Strength, but I remember what Anthony looked like.
Right.
Anthony was a monster.
Right. That man, this was before
I
Beyond
just looked
Strength.
big because
so
I was
just
ripped. I was 180. I
70.
walked around at 185
Go-
though when I was fighting at
Go
70.
go to at Righteous Anger Podcast on Facebook and look at. I posted a picture of you as sort of like an advertisement for this talk today, and just straight up like Bane. Like
Yeah.
now I know why he wants to
Yeah.
call his kid. But he looked like Bane without the dumb mask.
Exactly.
It was sick. So I get you, man. I'm on your side
Thank
so
you.
far. But keep
I was,
talking.
I was not lifting weights then. The only training I had was jujitsu. Those were the only muscles I got were from jujitsu and Thai.
He was scared for his life.
Yeah, and I got
been fighting longer than me, by the way,
I got
too.
no,
Right?
no.
Yeah.
I got Crew, I got Adam, and I got a Arrested Disciple in the cage. We're shark taking. They're yelling at me, "Get off the cage, John! Come on, get off the cage!" The only thing I can do, which is what I know how to do best, it worked, by the way, is do the Kimura, and it worked. I got off the cage.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
got off the cage. He
And
got off of me.
and he hurt his teammate in the process.
You know what?
It was an accident.
I'll say this.
Stuff
Okay.
happens.
Hear me out. Hear me out, okay? I will say that John Hughes, I've sparred with a lot of people.
It's not even funny, Bill.
What do you
Bill
say?
say?
Bill said I'd tear tendons because I tore his shoulder too. But his shoulder was already torn
Oh, you
before
know
I
what?
got to it.
You know what?
Bill's got old man injuries. Bill, you got old man injuries. Get out of here with this stuff,
Dude, you know what?
Chiming in.
Okay, so I should ignore Bill then.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Because I was about to like take away my nice thing I was going to say.
Oh no.
But I was going to say, this is what I was going to say. John was the one pro fighter that I sparred with, you know, because I never fought pro. I did amateur. That's it. That I never felt like in danger. You know what I mean? Like I knew he could kill me, but I there was always that like you were training with me. I remember. Do you guys you don't remember Lenny, do you?
Nah.
You don't remember Lenny,
I
do
don't
you?
think Lenny. I think that was before me.
Yeah,
maybe.
Lenny was this monster, man. Had to be roided out. Coach or crew. We're not supposed to call him coach anymore.
No,
Crew.
you
Got crew
burpees for
status.
days, bro.
Yeah, you don't want to do burpees. He'll do
Burpees and running
He'll make
miles.
you do burpees right now while you're in here.
Sorry, crew. I don't want to do burpees. But maybe he can attest. I don't know. But he had to be on roids. The guy was stacked like
Yeah.
like a bodybuilder, and he was super strong. And my first week at Fightworks at the old place, we were sparring. Just straight up. I don't know if it was Muay Thai or just straight boxing, and he gave me a water in the you know that water in the ears.
Oh, yeah.
I was brand new. What are you doing punching a guy that hard? That ever since then I'm like, all right, I gotta watch myself in the sparring sessions.
Yeah.
Ever since then I'm like, you never know who you're gonna get in a sparring session, man.
Yeah, well, don't ever spar with Kenny.
Oh, Kenny's bad, huh? I never
Kenny-
sparred with him. I just saw him.
Kenny,
Kenny Good to Go is good to go.
every time.
Whether you're training, whether you're hanging out, whether you're fighting, whether you're just like trying to spar and test something out and it's like drilling, he's good to go.
Dude is 100% all the time.
What is he? 265?
Oh no,
Kenny?
no.
Nah,
Kenny?
Kenny fights
Kenny
70.
fights 170. Me and him.
He's probably
fight-
walking at 90.
He's
probably
like
in the 90s.
No, he
Oh.
doesn't even
He
walk
puts
that
some muscle
now.
on now. He's at
He
least
does,
90.
but he's
Kenny,
still
are you watching? How big are you right
No,
now?
he better be at the gym
He's
right
at least
now.
92, I would say, in the 90s.
But that man is probably 2 or 3 inches taller than me, and doesn't. I like just this past Saturday.
He's taller than you?
Yeah, he's about
Really?
2 inches taller than me. He's like 6'2", 6'3".
How tall are you? You're like 6'2".
I'm 6'1".
He sounds like a problem.
He is. He's
Kenny.
longer than me, which I every time I fight him or spar him, I'm like, okay, this is why people don't like sparring me.
See,
Short
I hate,
guy.
I hate sparring John worse because he has the most like unorthodox like fighting technique. Like
If
Stop-
you
I
if you
play
if,
horse.
if you had to liken it to anybody like in the UFC, who would you liken it to?
him,
My style?
I don't know. He has kind of like the MVP style that like I don't know. He like moves around, throws his long. He's got those long jabs, and that's the toughest part because I'm short and I gotta get inside of this guy. You know.
Yeah.
So I just put my head down and get in there.
And eats the jab, and then I know when he puts his head down and eats like 2 jabs, I got to move to the left because the right hook is coming.
It's coming.
It's
That
coming.
overhand
The overhand right is coming.
I get yelled at all the time because when I start getting into it, I'll start headbutting fist, and I get yelled at about that.
And you know,
Regularly.
coach or crew.
Bro, that's 2.
I know. I'm
That's
about
too-
to.
you
I'm,
better
You hear
hope he's
this?
not
Called you
watching.
coach twice.
I'm about to be.
You gotta
Look,
keep tally.
dude. When I thought
Is
I
he still
think
watching?
I don't know. But I agree with Bill that Ant's 50% is 110%.
110%. Yeah.
I'm sorry that I hit hard. What do you want?
I'll agree.
Like,
I'll agree with that.
I hit hard.
Yeah. So no, but Crew taught us that.
Oh yeah.
The eat a punch on your
He
forehead.
Yells at me. He yells at
You
me
can
about
eat
it all
punches
the time.
in the forehead.
You know- you know
That's
what I'm
because
talking
you
about?
do
I
that
was-
all the time.
I'll
He's
just
like,
boom.
"Hey, you got to learn technique." And he's like, "Okay." Ant's jab is a headbutt to your fist.
Yeah, but he gets me inside for the liver shot and overhand right.
Yo, that's true though.
Crew always said I was a headhunter. That was one problem. Like I would get hit, and then
That was my problem.
and I would just try to go for like knockout.
Yeah.
Knockout.
That was my problem for the longest time. And
I was,
but now all I do is go for the body, and
Yeah.
because I don't want to hit my friends. I don't want to hit them in the head because when I do, like if I hit Ant in the head and it's a clean shot, I see the look in his eyes. That's when he bites down on the mouthpiece and he starts jabbing with his forehead.
You guys
Same
ever-
with Kenny Good to Go. Every time I'll go for his body, but then as soon as I land a flush hit on his head or his face, man, you see the look in his eye like you're never gonna get that again, and he starts snaps.
Nasty, man.
Yeah, but I was thing is, like I was cruising Forcer in the gym as well. I mean, remember Brandon.
Oh yeah.
So so we had this guy Brandon come in. Brandon, I love you, by the way. You know, I'm just telling the story. This is when you were new at the gym, if he's watching. So this guy, I mean, he's a pretty big dude, big black dude, about what, 215, all muscle.
He probably
Uh,
about like
big-
200,
yeah, he's a-
190,
I mean, he's a
all
big
muscle.
dude,
He's all
pretty
muscle
jacked
though,
up.
like 3% body fat. On
Yeah,
that dude.
you know, he was just coming in the gym
Bruce
and
Lee.
he was sparring with the littler guys. You know, so he was sparring with Evan, and
Mind you,
I mean, he's
Evan
just,
Green's
you know,
150 pounds, fresh
yes,
out of high school.
soaking wet. You know,
Like,
and
He's bigger now though.
he's, you know, Brandon's just wow, wow, wow. I'm like wailing on these dudes, right? And this is like the end of the night. So I'm taking my gear off. Crew comes up to me. He's like, "You got one more round in you?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Who you want me to go?" I was like, "You want me to go?" He goes, I was like, "How hard do you want me to go?" He was like, he was picking on the little guys. I was like, "All right," you know. So I went in. You know, I'm in there, and right off the bat, the guys, boom, boom, throwing these hooks and like hits me. I'm like, all right, you know, let's go. So I come in, jab, jab, boom, overhand, knocked this dude out cold.
Jeez.
He's hanging on the ropes, like out cold, and I was just like, oh. You
Whoops.
saw everyone's face in the gym. Neil was just like, oh.
Got a man.
Oh, by the way, I gotta tell Gutter Man something. You're the man. You're the man. Let me tell you something. That dude
Neil is the man.
is the man.
He is the man.
I love that guy.
I love
No
Neil.
doubt.
He's cornered me for every fight. Every
Yeah.
fight I had with Disciple, he has cornered me.
Exactly.
Even though he tried to tape my hands in my very first fight with him, and I broke 2 fingers. But
Oh no.
Oh,
you didn't hear this?
no, man.
So it's like my very first fight with these guys. We were still mace. This is when we were transitioning to Disciple. I actually got ready for the fight outside of Crew's apartment on his little turf field he housed out there. We trained
That's right- that's right
outside
down
in
the
the
street
parking
from
lot.
here.
Yeah. To get ready for this fight because we didn't have a gym at the moment because we were transitioning into Disciple. So we had like 7 guys fighting on this card.
I think so.
It was like 7 guys. So Coach Paul, you know, types everyone's hands, but he was also judging. You know, he couldn't do it. So Neil, you know, I'm thinking this guy knows how to tape hands. You know, wraps my hands up and had to redo it at least 3 times. But it was literally just one coat of tape. And I uppercut the guy, and I broke 2 fingers, by the way. And he swears it was still the best tape job ever.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
But
I mean, hey, in Neil's defense,
Of course he did.
he uppercutted the guy, broke his fingers, but he still knocked. Didn't you knock that dude out?
I dropped him. He dropped from the uppercut, and then I head and arm choked him, and he went unconscious.
Yeah. So Neil, every time Ant is like, "Man, you wrapped my hands, I broke my fingers." Neil's like, "But did you win?"
Nah,
Hey.
Neil's a good dude, man. I love that guy to death. He's like the best teammate, the best friend. You can call that guy any time of the day. He'll always be there for you.
That is the
You
real
know,
OG
I've had him.
of the
I've
cycle.
had him in my corner every single fight.
That guy is 100%, man.
Yeah, all
Absolutely.
the time, man. All the time.
And you know that
That's the real OG.
I wanna say that that and then some of the other stuff that we talked about earlier is exactly why I think a lot of kids just need to be part of some kind of program,
Absolutely.
like a fight program of some kind. Like how, especially a lot of these young women too, but especially some of these young men, you know what I mean? where they can actually learn a skill, but also get out a lot of the frustration. And the thing is, what I like about having to get in and spar and fight and all that is that there's a winner and there's a loser. There's no two ways around it. You can play other sports and get your trophy for participation and all that, but in a fight, you either won or you lost. That's like a valuable lesson, I think, that these kids, man, need to learn. You know what I mean?
And even when you lose, you're learning something in that fight. You're learning something about yourself. You're going to learn something real about yourself. But on that, how you said even some of these females,
Yeah.
my boss / friend / confidant, Todd Bumgarner, he's not watching. He should be working. Although I don't know what time it is. We might close the gym already. But he said this yesterday. The Y chromosome is falling. Like, there are some women out there that go harder than these dudes nowadays.
Let me
Like,
tell
some
you
of
something.
these young women out here go way harder
Let me tell
than
you
some of
something.
these young dudes.
I don't know. I don't know if it was just me, but female division,
Goes hard.
like, is it me or is that more getting more exciting than the
More
men division?
exciting because they got something to prove.
Yeah, they got something to
The
prove.
guys-
Exactly what it is. They got something
Exactly.
to prove. So they're gonna go out there and brawl.
They were like, y'all think we're just women out here looking pretty? Nah, I'm here to knock somebody out.
I mean,
they go out there and go leave it all out there in the cage.
I'm excited about a lot of the fights. I mean, like, I watched the Cormier Rumble Johnson fight, and that was
Yeah.
it was
That's
it was
all right.
what it was, but
Rumble Johnson, he's got the one round, and then
Yeah.
after that, he's like,
Well,
all right,
he looked
well,
like he gave up too. Like
He really- his heart's
second
not in
round
it.
looked like he gave up.
yeah. And I mean, the guy's a phenom. What is he, number 3 technically,
he's
right?
retired
Yeah.
now.
Well, he's a stud. Yeah, he retired after that last fight.
And now he's working for the Rams or something.
I don't know what.
He
Yeah,
wanted-
he posted some tweet. It was like hashtag LA Rams or something. I
He
don't know if
wanted to
he's
go
going
do
to try out.
football, but apparently he was like, nah, that's just nonsense. I wanted to, but he didn't do it. But that's all hearsay. Who knows? But man, let me tell you,
Eric.
these women go hard.
I know. And
I
Like
I
even the
love-
women we have in Disciple Now training,
Fearless.
they go hard.
I'm actually, for a project, we're actually looking at doing a commercial, and I'm actually looking. I don't want to give away the script.
Don't do it.
It's a really. I tell you guys. I don't want to tell everybody on.
We're gonna do that on the
in
after show.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards. But I got a script that is fantastical. But the only way that it will be what it needs to be is I need a ring, and I need a female fighter, like a good looking, would be good.
Good looking,
Good-
a ring,
good
and
looking,
a female fighter,
and a female fighter.
Casey Smith,
I'll say
Disciple
Casey,
MMA.
yeah.
Boom.
Let me tell you something. I talked to Casey about that a year or two ago.
Did you see the knockout she had her last fight?
No, man.
Boom! Straight
Yo,
head kick.
let
to
me
the
tell
face.
you, she had. I don't know if she broke her foot, but she definitely injured her foot. Like, I want to say 2 weeks. It might have been more than that.
On
2 weeks
somebody
before,
else?
No, before that fight.
Oh.
And she was training, and I remember sparring with her and like hitting pads with her, and just her like, I can't do anything on this foot, and she would like, couldn't walk on it, couldn't do nothing. And I was like, all right. And then came fight week where she was cutting weight, and she was still trying to like do touch drills and whatnot, and she could not do anything. She couldn't kick with that foot. She couldn't plan on it. I was like, all right, well, when you go in this fight, if you're going to throw that foot, make sure it lands flush. Make sure you get everything in that kick and knock this chick out.
Is that what you said, chick?
Chick. I said chick for everybody listening at home.
Thank
And
you.
Sure enough,
Thank
sure
you.
enough, she goes in there. It
Right.
wasn't even 15 seconds. She threw, I think it was a 1-2, and
It was a
then
lead
left,
head kick.
Yeah, boom, knocked the chick out. She
Dropped
was
her like this.
on the ground like
Boom.
this. hands
my
up like
gosh.
this.
You know when you get knocked out, like you get knocked out,
Like
and
you go
then the
stiff,
head hits the
and the
canvas.
hands are just.
That's how it was.
Those are the
Sick.
best knockouts.
With shin guards on too.
Yeah.
With shin guards on. Drop.
Front-
They have headgear on too.
So that was
No, it was
that,
a front kick, and she just boop.
so that
shin guard.
so that was what is amateur Muay Thai?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amateur. It was AMTL.
AMTL. Yeah.
Yep,
Is that
out in DC.
is there film on that?
Yeah. There should
might
be. I
be.
think it's on YouTube.
Can you check that out? Because
Yeah,
I
it
want
is.
to.
If
Fighter.
you could check.
I want to watch that.
I'm pretty sure Sean
Who's the fighter?
Va
It's
put it
probably
up.
on her Facebook page too.
I
Casey
need a name.
Casey Smith.
Casey Smith. While we look that up, hold on.
CASEY. Where you going?
I'm that guy.
You ever
That
go to the
guy-
bathroom in the middle of the show? How unprofessional.
He's done that. He's
How
done.
unprofessional.
That's like what he does. That guy, he gets his water, man. He gets his freaking water intake. Man, Casey Smith, dude, she's been there forever.
Yeah, she's been there a long time. I think she works for Loudoun County Sheriff's too.
What?
Yeah, I think she's Loudoun County, either police or sheriff. I think sheriff.
Daggone, man. And she's the sweetest too.
Yeah, nice.
She's such a sweetheart.
Mhm.
Not in the ring, but
Oh. Well, I heard she apologized to the girl after she knocked her out.
she is. She's a class act, man.
So I told her I'd take away my credit on that knockout because you can't
You
apologize.
can't
after a
apologize
knockout.
after that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Only time I ever apologized after a knockout was when I broke that dude's jaw. Do you remember that fight? And they had to wheel him out on the stretcher.
Dude, that was sick, man.
That was the only fight that I apologized. And the mom came in and flicked me off. And the coach told me to F off. And I was just like, all right, whatever.
I remember that because I don't think you realized how bad it was.
No.
And
I
you
didn't.
were walking around like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And then, like, he didn't get up yet.
Crew came and whispered in my ear. He was like, go kneel down. He's really hurt. I was like, oh. So I saw him and he was like, wasn't moving at all. So I went and kneeled down to check him out. Talking about the fight where I
Dude,
broke the dude's jaw.
I think I have pictures of that.
It's on YouTube still.
I was taking
It's still on
pictures.
YouTube.
I was,
And, Yeah, man, I actually saw him a couple years later after that.
And wheelchair.
No. At some fight that I was cornering Dylan Singh in, and I go to say what's up, and he just like walked right by me. So I'm guessing he just wasn't still happy about it.
No. I remember one of the first times I met you, Anthony. It was in class or something, one of the classes, and you weren't nice. You weren't a nice guy.
Really?
No.
Never heard that. Have you heard that? I never heard that.
No,
You not being a nice guy?
Pretty nice to people.
No.
It seems like a nice guy to me.
no, yeah, he is. He is
First
a,
Pretty
impression.
nice to people.
Seems like
well, yeah, but
Maybe I didn't know
Well-
you, so it just like I wasn't talking to you, so maybe it seemed like
That's
I
what it was.
Eric,
That's what
for
it
the
was.
record,
yeah.
this is not the same Anthony from when he met him the first time.
You're a little
This
bit
is
more angry?
Different Anthony from like 5 or 6
No,
years
Well,
he-
when
ago.
I'm in fight mode in the gym,
I was gonna
it's a little
say, he's
different,
gotta turn
you
that
know?
off,
That's
man.
Mentality
that's
is
what it
different.
was. He just got done.
On the outside, I just gotta say, we're talking about observations. This guy broke this guy's arm, right?
Tore it.
Tore it.
the
He
tendon.
tore his arm, but you guys are like really genial and friendly and shit,
Oh,
and
it's
it's
my
really
boy,
nice.
my teammate and my friend right here.
Like you
Family.
don't see that in a lot of different types of.
No.
Sports,
that's,
man.
That's what's beautiful about
About
MMA,
fighting.
man.
Yeah, like you guys get in the ring to hurt each other, and then afterwards you're buddies. Like,
Absolutely.
that's
how
the
many,
coolest
how many
thing
sporting
ever.
events you see two guys beat the crap out of each other and then hug it out after the fight? You don't see that.
Go
It's
grab a
football,
beer.
nothing.
Now that's
pretty
not
cool.
That's not all.
I'm on the outside and I'm seeing that, and that's cool.
That's not. Thank you for that, but that's not all gyms.
No, I
it's
imagine
definitely
it's not. It's probably cultural. Like
It is.
the
It's
Northern
to-
Virginia area probably has that.
No,
No,
Nope.
okay. What is it?
nope.
Crew
That's-
Crew has it,
brings
okay.
that. You know, he brings that family mentality to disciple.
So you guys
And,
have a master.
You know, when we do get those individuals in the gym, he cuts them out. He cuts them
Nice.
out of there.
Yeah.
No,
because he
no,
doesn't
they-
like it.
They'll get when we walk into that gym, you check your ego at the door.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're like a 7-time Muay Thai champion or it's day one for you. You check that ego at the door, and when you come and stepping onto that mat, no matter who you are, where you are, or what you do, you show respect.
Respect.
Yeah.
And that's how we were
Exactly.
brought
That's
up.
good.
Like, it,
I mean-
it, like when we fight, it doesn't like even my last fight, I lost, but it was who's the Viking? I can't remember his name
Who?
right now. The Viking Kronstadt.
Oh, Kronstadt.
Yeah. We fought it out, and that was a hard fought fight. Like I slammed him, he kicked me,
He's a tough
we went
guy.
back and forth. He's a real tough,
Tough
dude.
guy.
But afterwards, man, we went over to the open bar, shared the whiskey
Yeah.
like it was nothing. Shook hands. Was like, hey man, you're a great fighter. It was like, yeah, I've been looking forward to fighting you. I've watched your whole career. It was awesome. I loved it. Let's do it again.
Anybody are you guys in the military or ever been in the military?
No.
So Eric and I,
Yeah, we were both-
we were both in the military, and I'll tell you, okay, I joined Fightworks and then Disciple and all that after the military. I think the closer you get to combat, the more respect you earn and give, because like in other sports, they get really close. Like you can attest for this. For football, you get close. I mean, there's a lot. It's a contact sport, but it's still not close to the point where, okay, you have a fight, you have a battle, and at the end of the battle, what do you feel?
Relief, happy,
There's
like,
nerves. Oh.
nerves.
It's over.
Like, it's
Yeah, so
over.
yeah.
It's like, man, that was fun.
And-
I'm
Yeah,
excited.
do it
You-
again.
like, what's the movie called? It was The Matrix, the second one. When he said, when he walked in on the bodyguard for the Oracle, and they started fighting. Neo walked in on the dude, and it was like, what's up? And they just started fighting. And then
Oh,
he,
the
like,
Asian
stopped-
guy.
Yeah, and then he like stopped, and he was like, what? You don't truly know someone until you fight them. And then took him on his way.
That's right.
And he was like, what the?
That's right.
But ever since that, I saw that, and I was
Wisdom
like,
of the
man.
Matrix.
You could have just asked. Yeah, I remember that scene. He
What were
says,
you laughing on there, John?
All right, so
let me see. What's some comments we got going on?
you know Trey Cregan?
Yeah.
Cregan?
Yeah, that's my homie from Shenandoah.
Yeah, he says, bruh, you fight, but I used to rock your butt in football.
Yeah,
100.
right. Trey, you didn't even play. Trey, you didn't even play. You run practice squad. Okay.
See, people talking trash, man. If you guys,
Always rough.
He played. He was a freshman when I was a senior. He was, wasn't the brightest kid, but he liked to hit. He played linebacker, but he yeah.
hey Eric,
Yeah.
when you transfer the coals, use that thing kind of like as a,
Ashtray?
so that doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
He
Damn,
did-
man, mess up his floor, bro. You about to get hectic.
My bad. My
John,
bad.
take care of that.
I couldn't. I might have enough room to head kick in here.
You know what tattoo I could see you having?
What's that?
The Apple icon, the Mac. You know what I'm talking about?
He's got to try for
I
us.
don't know what that is.
That's from
What?
Zelda.
You don't know what that is?
No,
Man, he spent too much time hitting and getting hit.
dude, I was
This-
never a big video game
this-
guy, man.
are you
I was-
kidding me?
We always were outside. That's the thing. We were always outside playing basketball, playing football.
Dude, me too.
Fake wrestling. Believe it or not, I used to break dance.
What?
I could
Calm
break
down.
dance.
I didn't even know
Guys,
that.
Swear to God, ask my brother
All
Nick
right.
if you're watching this.
Hey.
Tell him how good I was at break
Hey,
dancing.
check it out.
Anybody who's watching on Ant's thing, y'all need.
I could windmill. I could do the flare.
Check it out.
Everything.
Check
I was
it out.
legit.
That's impressive.
I was legit.
Check it out. Check it out. We're putting down some cardboard.
No, I can't do that shit now, man. I'm like freaking 230 right now. I ain't moving around like that.
We're
break
putting
a
some
hip.
we're putting some cardboard. Yeah, this is the geriatric podcast, man. Geriatric
No
fighters.
joke though. We bought some cheap linoleum from Home Depot,
There you
cut
go.
it up, and we taped it down on the ground. And we used to break dance right outside. I lived in Winningbrook, these townhouses, and we used to break dance right on the street like that.
You
No
want
joke.
to? Speaking of that time, we like our era was a great time. I think.
Yeah.
It was the last of the great.
There was
times.
no iPads. There was no. I didn't have a cell phone until I was 20 years old.
Dude, I was in the military when I had my
Even
first
when
cell
I
phone.
did, bro, it was those big block
Yeah.
cell phones.
I had the
Something
Motorola
like
flip,
you
the
call the
walkie-talkie.
moon.
Yeah.
Dude, we had, in my opinion, okay, we got to watch from the Atari to the Nintendo to the Super Nintendo. As far as video games go,
Yeah.
we got to see video games take off. Some of the best games, music. I'm watching a YouTube video. It's one of these videos where they show like or play old hip hop songs for teenagers today, and they have to name the song and the rapper.
Oh, I saw that. I seen the one you're talking about. I
You-
think I saw it when you posted it.
Dude, you want to?
posted it?
Yeah, I posted it. You want to feel old when these kids are like, I think this is Puff Daddy. No,
Oh
that's
my gosh.
no, that's Biggie. That's Biggie. How can you get that right? And then I'm
Dude,
like,
it's crazy.
oh wait a minute, I'm old.
Yeah.
Dude, you got to see my little 3-year-old niece. She knows how to unlock her mom's phone, like pull up YouTube, go search on YouTube.
Find what
She
she
knows
wants to
how
watch.
to FaceTime us. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like 3-year-old knows how to operate an iPad and an iPhone. Like
Dude, just wait
nuts.
till the iPhone is really in your eye.
Right. And all you gotta do is like, let me call Just tap your eye.
Hey, man.
Oh no! Don't call mom. I'm watching porn.
Oh, and she can see it.
No, don't look.
No,
Mom.
no FaceTime, no face. Oh.
No, I'm working on the ceiling. I swear.
Yeah. That's funny.
Dude, it's scary. I think about the future, and I get a little scared, man.
It is scary.
I get a little scared.
Embrace it. You gotta embrace it.
See,
man.
now this is the guy to
You gotta
talk to.
embrace
I
it.
know this is like
This guy-
You gotta
probably
embrace
is
that
like-
technology,
he
man.
Probably has all these theories about shit. Like, excuse
Like
me,
what?
crap.
No, go ahead.
I don't know, man. Just some crazy stuff. Like we're gonna be like floating. Or
Go ahead.
something.
Hey,
No, the
go
tra-
ahead. Drop some knowledge, Eric.
No,
Drop
let's
some
hear
knowledge.
it.
Right now, the transhumanists are the ones that you gotta worry about. They're the ones who want to integrate technology into their bodies.
I didn't understand one word you just said there.
Transhumanists, they're like people who want to be more than human. They want to
Oh.
put technology into their body that makes
Cyborgs.
them faster,
They want
makes
to
them
have like
stronger,
robot
smarter.
penises or something.
Maybe.
Or it's
Shoot.
Yeah.
Could you
Why not,
imagine
essentially?
fights? Could you imagine cyborg fights?
Well,
go
we're about
watch-
to have that. That's
That'd be
about
pretty cool.
What's the
this
movie
year.
with Logan? I forget his real name.
Oh,
but
shut up.
he's
Shut up,
the-
dude. That's-
the
that's-
boxing one.
that's-
Oh, with
that was
the
stupid.
robot. Yeah. I never
Yeah.
saw it, but I saw
Real
the preview.
Steel.
Yeah, that was
What
stupid.
the hell is his real name?
I can't even think of it
Oh,
right now. Why can't I remember?
Oh my
what-
god! why
Hugh-
can't I think
Hugh
of his-
Jackman.
Hugh
There
Jackman.
it
There it
is.
is.
No, but we're talking like
No, the first robot fight is going to happen this year. You're going to have Japan made a giant mech,
What?
and the U.S. made a
was
giant
cool.
mech, and we're going to have a big.
What'd she
There's
say?
going to be a fight this year.
are there Gatling
What'd
guns?
she say?
No, there's no guns. It's
Said
just
you're a
physical. They're going
liar.
to be
You play
punching.
video games all the damn time.
Yeah, now
Oh,
I do. I'm
snap.
talking about.
Oh, snap.
I'm talking about when I
Oh,
was a kid. When I was a kid,
What
I'm
do you-
not.
what do you play
now? I like Call of Duty. I don't play it anymore. I used
Call
to
of
play it all
Duty.
in college and shit. Yeah, we played Madden, Call of Duty, like UFC, all that.
How'd you
I'm
like-
talking about when I was a kid.
how'd
I
you-
never played.
Did you ever play online Call of Duty?
Hell yeah, dude.
Did you like to get cursed out by 10-year-olds?
Oh yeah,
was
there's
that
some
fun?
dude. There's some like
Foul
crazy
mouth
little
kids.
8-year-olds, man, little racist.
How many
Church
times?
on there, too.
How many times did you get called the N-word, man?
Oh my god, dude! I was like, oh, so what? I was like, where's your mom at, bro? Like, you're like, sounds like you're 7.
Mom, no, you're cursing like this?
Because the mom's like, our dinner's ready. I'm coming, mom.
But the thing is, they're freaking nasty at these games, dude. Like,
They're damn amazing
like
at it.
this guy's like 30 kills and like 1 death. I'm
Dude,
like,
if you spent 10 hours a day playing a video game,
Yeah, it's just homework and video games. That's all they
That's
have
all
to
they
do.
do.
That's all.
Sometimes
That's
it's
all
not
they
even
want to
homework.
do.
They just come home. And
Yeah, I was about to
video
say,
game time.
That's true.
I was about to say I didn't homework for what?
yeah.
I'm gonna be a video game star. Or
I
whatever.
don't think my GPA really showed I did homework in high school.
All right, what was your GPA?
Shit.
Come on.
Well, I'll put it like this.
What was your GPA?
I
Come
was
on.
playing basketball at the time in high school, and I got put on academic suspension. That's how I stuck with football. I'll put it that way.
I had a 1 point. I graduated with a 1.9 GPA.
I had a 168
Oh, you beat me.
GPA
He got me.
and a 630 on my SATs.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Didn't
Yep.
do the
Take the
SATs, but I had a 1.8 GPA.
Oh, you
And
beat
you
me
know
too.
what?
Holy shit.
I still went and played college football. I had actually they came in and I had to do an over the phone interview with the dean of admissions. The coach called me the night before, gave me all the questions they were going to ask me so I could write pre-answers.
Nice.
So I went to one of my buddies that's really smart. I don't know, Peach and Tilly. I don't know if you remember this, but if you're watching, I called him and he gave me all the answers, what to write, like what to say. He's like, man, always just say student athlete. They love it when you say student
Student
athlete.
Yeah, I'm a really motivated student athlete,
Yeah,
sir.
dude, they loved it. Loved it. So
That's
I got
awesome.
I got in, you know.
I tell you what, man, because sports is king. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
If you're good at whatever sport you're playing, you're getting in.
Yeah, if you,
You
get a
can look-
168 GPA, yeah. I'm pretty sure sports
Look at college
get
ball
you in
right
wherever.
now. College ball right now. NCAA, UNC's already in some trouble because they were just letting people go through. I forget what it was, but it was not too long ago. They were getting yelled at for like a big scandal where they were just pretty much coasting all their student athletes through, knowing darn well they weren't passing their classes. But it's okay.
no.
We're just gonna give them these cheap classes
Because
so
they make
pass and they can
money.
play.
It's all comes down to money. They make all money, and
If
that's
you can win and you can make us money, we'll figure out a way to get you out.
Dude,
That's right.
All of my team, my whole team was in the same class. Like I was in one class. It was called Fundamentals of Coaching. That was the class.
Chris Valentine said you can't spell GPA.
So
Chris always on here talking some nonsense.
Yeah,
I don't knock
Chris
it.
is a
Some shit.
Chris over there, a Facebook tough guy.
not like you can back it up.
I
I remember.
As long as we don't go to the ground, we're good. I'll knock your little ass out.
Dude, I remember when Chris. I don't know if he. I think he was going to Fightworks before me. He might have been a blue belt or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember Chris used to be fat.
Chris
Valentine?
Really?
He used to be fat.
Chris was?
He used to look like me.
No.
Really? No way.
Well, not this
don't believe
not
it.
this bad. Chris is a beast now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude,
What?
are
Stud.
you kidding me?
Dude's a stud on the
Now he
ground.
says he's fat and he's like 150 pounds with like
leanish.
6%
Yeah.
body fat. He's like, oh, I'm
I'll
a
tell-
fat guy now. I'm old.
I've never been armbarred so many times in my life until I rolled with him. Like, that's his go-to. He just armbars the shit out of you.
Does he still do BJJ?
Oh, yeah. See him every Saturday.
What level now?
What level is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't
He's
know.
still bra-
Whatever
still
he wants
brown,
to be.
But I think
Brown?
he could definitely go get his black if he wanted to. But
And is that still under Helson or?
I don't know who he's under. Is he? I guess
I
he's
think,
I
he,
guess
yeah,
still
if he
Helson,
wanted to
right?
go get his black, he could go
He'd
easily
have to go
get
to
it
Helson.
under
Yeah.
Helson.
He could definitely go get it if he wanted to. I mean, the dude's nasty on the ground.
Yeah, he was.
Ridiculously nasty. For his size,
Yeah.
you could get any big guy
Yeah.
up against him, and he'll just sit there and kind of wait and like see what you're doing. If you want to go hard, he'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
and then just turn it up. And before you know it, you're getting choked out.
He has that weird core jiu-jitsu strength too. You know what I mean? Where his legs are just like strong as hell, man.
Right. Yeah.
And you're like, you're not supposed to get your leg up here around my ear. But right now, it's like around my armpit, by my ear, and going around my neck. And you're like, what just, how did I even get into this spot?
You know, when I was doing jujitsu, the one thing that frustrated, I was a Muay Thai guy, but I wanted to get good at jujitsu. I still do. I actually want to go back
It's fun.
and do, just because it's fun, it's a great skill. But the one thing that bothered me about jujitsu is when I was in the military, I actually I got a bad MCL tear, and
yeah.
like I rehabbed it and all that. But I got big tree trunk, short legs. There's no closed guard happening for me.
You gotta play that butterfly guard, bro.
Dude, that's all it was for me. Open guard, half guard, butterfly. That's it, man. Like closed guard, people could get out of it because all they had to do was press on that knee, and it was popping right open.
Yep.
And rubber guard, forget about it. That ain't happening.
Remember when I tore mine? When I tore my MCL? So we were out training at yeah, I got a good story for you right here too. Were you with us? Were you with us in Richmond?
Yeah, I came down for that. My dude backed out of the fight.
So we go to Richmond. Carlos was actually fighting out there, Lopez. So
The Lotus.
It was me, Adam, Carlos Davila, Dustin was out there,
Peg.
John was out there, yeah, Peg. So we go out there, and my sister lives out there because she went to VCU, and we go out. Crew was like, oh, Neil was with us too. So crew was like, I know you guys are gonna go out and drink. Just have like 1 or 2 beers. You gotta train in the morning. We're like, so we're like, all right, cool. We'll have 1 or 2 beers. So we go to the bar, and we're sitting there. All of a sudden, Neil goes, "Let me get 6 shots of Jack Daniels," and I was like, ugh.
Oh my
I
god.
was like,
one of
all
those,
right, whatever. You know what? All right,
Come
yeah.
on.
Let me get 6 shots of Patron. We're out till 6 o'clock in the morning. All right, and we gotta be at training at like 9. Okay, no, 10. We had to be at training at 10.
Knowing crew said,
Knowing crew,
like it's pretty much gym versus gym.
Yeah.
Like if there's who was it down there? It's the
MMA
Richmond-
Institute is
MMA
Rick
Institute
McCoy's
Richmond.
guys.
Rick McCoy. shout out.
So
And that's tough.
yeah,
Rick
so,
McCoy's
Yeah.
guys, man.
So we went out.
Yeah.
We went out there. First of all, Adam forgets his shorts, so he has to buy them, and we go in smelling like straight alcohol, man. Like straight alcohol. Crew smells us. Even Rick McCoy was like, "You guys smell like a brewery." Jesus, right? So we're sparring. Carlos Davila's running to the bathroom every round, throwing up, right?
Oh my gosh.
So we're sitting there, but we actually like do good, and we spar and we're tapping people out and everything, right? So I'm on my last round. I was done. I was like, all right, I'm done, and crew was like, go ahead and train one more, do one more roll. So me and Dustin are rolling. I have knee on belly, man. It was a free thing, just pushed off my left leg and my knee popped, man, and my MCL tore it. So, but we're actually leaving the gym, and it starts tightening up on me, and crew brings us to the side. He was like, you guys you guys are effing lucky you did good, or I'd be pissed. Like, 'cause
Hey, that's almost a stripe for you guys, man. Hey, we can be wasted and still do pretty
yeah.
well.
Oh man, it was bad, man. I don't know how we made it to training. I honestly don't know how.
Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's kind of a no-no, right?
Yeah.
Kinda.
You guys were John Jonesing it up.
Yeah.
Party
Basically.
time, man.
Yeah, and we go out.
Not
We
exactly
end up
John
going
Jones.
out that night after Los's fight because he won, and my knees hurt me, and I get hammered, and I start jumping around on it. Obviously, the next day I can't even. My car is a stick shift. I couldn't even push on the clutch. That's how bad it was. Somebody else had to drive. Carlos had to drive my car home to Villa, and I went to the MRI, and they said it was torn.
Oh my gosh. And then MCL is no joke.
Mm-hmm.
And it pops like that.
Just like that.
Like you don't even really know.
Yeah. Yeah, next thing you know, you got a freaking like a golf ball starting to grow on there and just feeling like what's going on with my I actually had like I forget what a bursa sac burst on me.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
brutal.
I heard
Yeah.
that's pretty painful.
It's terrible. And
That's
then
worse
they
than
gotta
MCL.
put a needle in it and like drain it.
out, right?
Yeah. No, it's
Mine felt like every time I got in the car, it felt like it would come out.
Mhm.
You know, I couldn't do any lateral movement. It was like I had to get out of the car like so slow. It's horrible.
it's terrible, man.
When I had my MCL, it wasn't even a tear. It was a sprain. Like it was as much sprain as it could be without tearing it, because my whole leg was the same size all the way down.
Yeah,
And it was
kind
the
of like
same
when
way.
he tore my elbow.
God,
Kinda-
man, every time.
I remember when he
I'm
did
never
that.
living
Just throw
this
that
down,
out there again.
ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
remember that
the
time,
same
John?
Thing. I
Could
had
have
a
been
knee
crown
on belly.
champion of the tournament, welterweight, but no.
Hey John, remember when that one time I could have won that tournament, but you know,
Every time he comes to the gym and
I
train,
bring it up all the time. I
I'm
still make
I'm
a,
never gonna live it down.
seven
we'll be at a
years
restaurant.
ago. I still make him feel bad about it.
You're like, oh, yo, this is my boy John. He tore my elbow. I couldn't win a tournament because of him.
yeah. That's great. Awkward, you know. Yeah, but so I look at the things that you post on Facebook. You post a lot of the stuff like around the restaurant. What are some things that you guys are doing? And like what kind of environment have you been trying to create at prime time?
Well, we're family owned, so that's exactly what we try to bring. The environment is a family, that family owned. How do you say it? We try to keep everyone nice, close knit. It's not all, you go work for corporate. It's very strict, man. It's like, there's no names in there. It's like you're server 1, you're server 2, and you're server 3. You know what I mean? You're bartender 1, So we try to bring that family aspect to it. Everyone's really close. Everyone knows everyone from all the restaurants. What somebody's talking about.
Valentine's calling me a bully.
Damn, Valentine, just get off. So, we try to bring that family life there. Everyone, if you hear anybody that comes and works for us, man, they love working for us. They love working for the Corderos, man. It's just,
I work for them out in Arlington. I
John
love it.
bounces for us out. Even the bouncers, get respect, man, and they're just,
Yeah.
they're there 2 days a week.
Damn, that's like I forget the term. There's a business term, vertical. I forget the term. It's vertical something, where you work in two different businesses and you make them work together with each other.
Mhm.
So like he knows a bunch of guys from the fight game who bounce for him at his restaurant. And
We've got 3 fighters out there that bounce.
Yeah,
over at,
Kenny's out
A-Town
there,
and
and
Arlington.
Josh,
See?
right?
Yeah,
Josh.
See? Smart.
Josh Freeman.
Smart.
Yeah. I mean, who makes better bouncers than fighters, right?
Right.
I mean, because they can grapple and not hit anyone, and won't, they can take them to the ground and restrain them without having to beat anybody up.
I remember one
No.
time we were going down. I think it was to what's the dude's name that does all the is it Richmond's stuff? Who does all the short guy, balding
What are
guy?
you talking about?
I don't know what you're
You know,
talking
the fight promoter down there.
Down in Richmond?
I get not maybe
about. I don't know
Which
what you're
promoter?
talking about.
he promotes all the kickboxing stuff.
Oh, Art?
Not Art.
I don't know what
There's
you're
Jason Farrell out in Maryland.
Come on, guys.
I have no clue what you're talking
Man.
about, bro.
He's got like the longest. He's the kickboxing association. He's like the,
WKA?
Oh, Crenshaw.
Yeah,
Brian
yeah,
Crenshaw.
yeah, Crenshaw.
Yeah.
We were going down to one of Crenshaw's things, right? We're gonna go spar with his people.
Was that CSA gym down there?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, it was years ago. I I have a bad
I'm
memory.
friends
but-
with him on Facebook, but I don't personally know him.
so we're going down there, and it's me, Crew Douglas, Crew Howard, me, and then I forget who else. Some other fighters, all in the same SUV. Oh, and big jujitsu Waldecker, Tony Waldecker.
Yeah, that guy's a
Big man.
beast.
And we're driving in this and I think it was Crew's SUV down down there, and some guy got cut off or cut us off or something like that, and I think he flipped us off or something like that. And I remember I remember Crew Douglas going, that mother doesn't know.
Nope. It's like not the card. The last card. You
This
wanna
is
cut
the
off.
wrong car. And then that started a whole thing where they were talking about being like in the they'd go to like bars and stuff like that. They'd be drinking, and you get those tough guys with the button-up shirts.
Oh yeah.
Or
the tap out
dear.
shirt.
Yeah, tap out shirt, and never fought a real fight in a day in his life.
Yeah.
And he's trying to start fights with Crew was talking about it. Other Crew was talking about
Yeah.
it. Tony was talking about it. It's like all these situations
Worst
where
3 guys you could probably ever
Right.
pick a fight with right there.
and but the thing is, Crew Douglas is what he fights 140 or something like
Shit,
that.
probably. He's
He-
little,
he's
yeah.
like 150 on a heavy day if he eats
He's
pasta.
lean, yeah.
I mean, he looks like a guy that can fight, but if you're a big guy, you're gonna underestimate him.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
of course. Until
absolutely.
you get a kick to the side of your head.
Yeah. Oh, he had
Cruz
this.
Douglas kicks with his forearm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With his forearm.
Yeah, no problem. And
Not
actually,
a guy you want to fight.
I mean, Tony's the biggest guy out of all of us.
That's
So
another guy you don't want to mess with either.
but Tony looks like a dad. I mean, he doesn't. You know what I mean?
When if you looked at him, you'd be like,
Oh,
oh,
except
yeah.
for those 2 cauliflower ears.
Yeah.
He's got.
That's
you know,
that's the
the
tell.
giveaway right
yeah, that's the
there.
tell. That's the tell.
no.
But
You know,
but
I wish I could tell this story, but I actually took out Crew Douglas and Crew Howard and Neil, but I can't tell that story. I'll tell you guys when we get off the radio.
took him out to lunch?
No, we took them out,
night on the town.
but we cannot tell this story. It is not.
Sorry, everybody.
Sorry, everyone.
Can't do it. All right, but I can't wait to hear that
It
story.
is a good story though.
Man. All right, I'm trying to get back to your business, man. Let's see. I don't know if I have any other more pertinent questions for you. You keep posting this pregnant waitress. What's-
That's my sister-in-law. That's my fiance's sister, actually, Casey. That's the mother of Savannah, the Pfeiffer. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's actually the mother. Yeah, she's actually due in August. She's gonna
Oh,
have another
nice.
little baby girl in August.
Congratulations.
So when are you going to stop slave driving her?
Hey, she likes to work. She wants to work, so
I'll tell you what.
keep her there as long as she wants.
When I was doing CrossFit, you see pregnant chicks doing pull-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can be pregnant and do stuff for a long time.
Yeah.
Let
like-
me tell you, that is the scariest thing as a coach. And if
What
any of the
CrossFit?
No. Pregnant ladies working out. That is my biggest fear because we've had. I'm not gonna say names, but we've had pregnant ladies come out at BSP and they're in there till the week before squatting,
Holy crap.
Friggin'
deadlifting.
Holy
water,
crap.
water's gonna break on your foot.
No,
Like,
Oh, my shoes.
Shout out to Jess Merritt, one of the strongest ladies I know. She was in there until pretty much giving birth, until the day almost. She was out there deadlifting, doing pull-ups,
Deadlifting?
squatting.
Oh,
Yes.
Holy shit.
And I kid you not, every time she would squat or deadlift, I'm like, this is it.
It's
This
happening.
baby's gonna
this is
fall out
happen. She
right
gonna
now.
Squat and she's gonna come back up and just water's gonna
Baby probably would have came out and started knocking out push-ups
Right?
and burpees on the
I'm
ground.
like,
Like,
"No, I got this. I'll just do the push
I got it, Dad.
quick."
Look at that.
I was
It's
about
Flat
to-
the
push-ups.
scariest thing I've ever seen.
I was about to
it
say-
makes me so nervous.
I was about to say Chris was probably 100% behind her too.
Oh,
like,
yeah, definitely hyping
absolutely.
it. 100% hyping it up.
We've had quite a few pregnant ladies.
Tell
come
you
in
what,
there
though, man,
working
that
out.
guy is one of the most knowledgeable people I've ever met in my life when it comes to the health industry.
Oh
You
yeah,
know, that guy's
down.
knowledge is just on another level, man.
Hands down, the way the body moves.
Just as
works.
far as even just weight cutting, man, he has it down to like a science.
oh, weight cutting too?
Yeah, he has. That's all. His weight cut is that's his cut that we follow, man. And he has it down to like a science, man. There was a couple fights that I woke up on weight. I didn't even have to like sign or anything like that. I woke up on weight. There was a couple fights.
Jeez.
I was walking at 180, and that man got me to 155.
Yeah,
Granted,
you look like
crap.
a skeleton. when you
Yeah,
cut the
like
thing.
it did not look like a
unhealthy.
healthy 155.
Have you ever seen
but it
him
was
at
healthy.
55 when he was cutting?
Yes, I have.
He looked like a like a
Nasty.
straight
Skeletor.
skull.
Skeletor.
Like,
That was me.
He was so
Cheeks sucked
sucked.
in.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he even turned white. His skin.
Oh my
he looked
gosh.
Like
Like,
he
he
was
was
white.
bad.
He turned into a white boy.
What do you guys think about the UFC doing away with weight, cutting weight, just walking and fighting at your weight?
That'd be beautiful.
I think
I'd
it's
rather
good,
that.
but I mean, I think it's good what they're doing now, where they check in, the week up to make sure they have to be like within 10% or of their fight weight
And
or
they,
something.
yeah, they let you
I think it's good how
weigh
they're
in
doing it now.
instead of like doing the big old weigh in. Like,
Yeah.
the night before weigh in, you get to weigh in that morning.
Yeah.
And then they like pretty much that night weigh in that they like televise and everything. That's all a show at
Yeah,
that
yeah,
point.
they're not weighing them anymore.
Yeah.
I think it's good, man. It's just you see all these people dying now. I mean, I know there's
Whoa.
a couple.
Yeah.
Holy sh!
Yeah, the
Yeah,
guy from
it's gotten
one,
that
the
serious.
one fighting
Damn.
championship died. You see the Khabib. He went out. His kidneys went out. He didn't die, but he went to the hospital and couldn't fight Tony Ferguson. But
There's been
I
quite
mean,
a
I know
few.
there was a couple fights, man, when I was like on the verge of just like done. Where I couldn't even. Good. Right. I was just like every time I stood up, I felt like I was gonna pass out. I was so dizzy. I used to cut a good amount of weight sometimes.
My last 155 fight, I didn't make it. I think I got to 157 in the sauna, and I stepped out, and I was like, "There's no way, guys."
DQ?
Like, no. I got to. I think when I weighed and stepped on the scale, I got to 156. It was like 156.2, and I was fighting Brett Glass, and he took the fight.
He took it anyway.
Yeah, he took
Point
it
two
anyway.
over. I'd hope he'd take the fight.
Yeah, right. Like, oh,
Unless he's scared.
yeah.
Right.
But we were all game to fight. But yeah, no, that last one to 55, I was sitting in the sauna. I
Dude.
walked out and I could feel the cold air. Once that cold air hit me, I almost passed out. I was like, no, that's it, guys. Like, if you guys can drag me back in there, but I
Yeah.
guarantee you, I won't make it back out.
And see, what kills me is that you're tall.
Yeah.
There's no need for you to have to do that.
Well, that
No,
was
that's
before
why I
he was,
put
that was
70
before he
now.
was lifting, and
Yeah.
now he's a good 70er because he's got some muscle and size on him now.
Yeah.
Now he's a solid 170er.
If I would have fought at 170 back then, it was
Just
gonna be
Too strong.
He was
Just
like
body,
he was like a
like-
Nate Diaz.
Yeah.
55.
What'd you guys think about Towelgate?
I mean,
It has
Okay,
pretty-
wait. I'm out of the loop. Explain
All
towel
right.
gates, man.
Thank you. I
'Cause
keep forget. I get like.
No, it's cool.
All right.
I'm gonna chime in. Say
So
I don't
Daniel
know
No,
what the story is.
no.
What's the
That's
story?
good. That's good for our people.
Educate me on this.
So this last fight with Daniel Cormier and
Okay.
Anthony Johnson.
Okay.
Daniel Cormier had to weigh in. What was it? 205.
205.
205.
He had to weigh
Championship
in
fight, so you had to be
Right.
right on.
205. So yeah, title fight. You gotta be like at 205, not 205.3.
You don't
not
get that 1 pound grace
205.1.
period.
So he went out and he was, I think, what, a pound or 2 pounds?
He was
Like two, right?
2.3 over.
2.3 over.
Oh, crap.
And he had like 5 minutes to spare.
Came back in a minute and a half.
Came back in a minute and a half, and you're not going to lose anything in a minute and a half.
No way.
I don't care what you,
You
do,
have to
unless
start
you just
sweating
took
again.
a dump.
There's no way.
Even if you did take a dump, you're not going to lose 2 pounds and a half. You're not going to take a 2 pound and a half.
And at
dump.
that point, you're not shitting no more.
Yeah. So he stepped on the scale, and they put the towel up because he dropped drawer. But when he dropped drawer, they put the towel up, and he put his hand on the towel.
Two. He had
which-
both.
Yeah,
They
he put
both.
both
Oh,
hands on
whoa!
there,
He
which
lifted
kinda-
himself up a little
Yeah,
bit.
basically.
Yeah, where it takes kind of the weight off a little bit, so he weighed in at 205.
You could see the guys holding the towels too. They're like,
Yeah.
See,
the thing is, they let him do it.
But
They
and-
let him get away with it.
And
What?
that's not
The
the
New-
first time.
the New
That's
York-
not the first
the New
time
York
that this
Commission.
happened.
the New York Commission let him do it.
Yeah.
And New York has been kind of known for being kind of
Shady.
shady.
Like
Yeah,
Vegas.
I'm from New York.
well,
we,
I'm
know,
ju-
we know everybody's shady.
yeah.
So what happened as a result of this? Like the
Nothing.
whole community's outraged about the whole towel
I mean,
situation.
people saw it. And they were like,
Everyone. I mean, all fighters knew what was going on.
Oh, okay.
Everyone's called him out about it. Nothing happened. So,
And then he-
Of course
and then
not.
he-
It's the
he won the
UFC. They
fight.
want their fight.
and he won the fight. Yeah.
He won the fight.
Damn.
And it didn't make any sense because, like Anthony Rumble Johnson, this guy is a gladiator. He looks like Crixus or something from Spartacus.
He's a stud.
Big stud, and this guy's known for knocking people out, and Cormier is known for he's an Olympic level wrestler. Like super high level wrestler.
Yeah.
And for some reason, Rumble Johnson wrestles the guy who's better at wrestling than him.
Yeah.
Who's a Olympic wrestler? An Olympic wrestler.
I mean, like multiple time though, right? Like, didn't he?
Yeah.
Like multiple
I think
medals or something.
Three-time. I
Yeah.
think a 3-time Olympic.
Yeah.
Bronze or something. 3-time bronze medalist.
Like, yeah, and he played his game, and you can hear his corner screaming, "What are you like? What are
Yeah,
you
what
doing?
are you doing?"
Yeah, and I think his coach, I forget the dude's name, foreign guy, was like, "We just stopped yelling after a while. There was no point. Like
Yeah.
he just wasn't listening to us."
I honestly think he just wanted to get the fight done with. I mean, he just looked like he just completely
checked out
gave
before
up.
he got
Yeah,
in.
it looked like he just completely gave up. I mean, I think he knew he was going to retire, and he just was like, "I'm done."
And he said,
know.
and he said himself that he doesn't like to fight. He doesn't like to get beat up or beat up. Like that's not his thing. Even though,
it's like all his fights usually end in the first round. He either finishes them. Actually, no, he finished them.
yeah,
Everybody he fought, he finished. Even when he was, that man cuts to 205. He tried to cut to 170 and never made weight. It's like, what
He
are
used
you
to
doing?
fight. No, he made a couple of times. Then he started being 9 pounds over. He
Yeah.
tried 170, then he tried 185, and then he did 205.
that's just greedy to me.
Oh wait, yeah, there it is, right there.
There's a
That's
picture
him
of it.
holding on to the towel. Like,
Yeah.
see, look,
You
how,
can see him.
can
He's
tell
grabbing
us.
on.
Look how far down it goes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand what like you're a science guy, Eric, so you
Oh
understand
no, I get what's happening there.
that a lot of people were like, "So what? What's the big deal?" Just that little bit of push on that towel.
It's all.
Well, he got rid of freaking 1.5
1.2,
pounds
yeah.
in a minute and a half. So
and
it's
you know,
impossible.
I was listening to it was either Boss Rutan or Rogan, and they were saying how that minute and a half or whatever that he was back there, it was just him in his corner trying to figure out exactly how hard he should push
Yep.
Yeah.
to get the perfect 205.
That's funny.
All right, no, too hard, a little less, perfect. There you go.
There you
You
go.
good? All right, let's go.
Oh, he does have both hands on. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And you see these guys.
Look up
are
the
like,
video.
look at
Go on
that.
YouTube and look up the video.
holy
Now
crap.
that's gonna be a rude awakening when John Jones comes back. I think.
Huh?
I think that's gonna be a rude awakening though.
Yeah.
For,
I think they need to give Jones a tune-up fight and then go.
Absolutely,
fight.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't
You know
pull
they
a
won't.
Ronda Rousey. Don't.
No, they won't. It's the UFC. They're all about that
I
money.
mean, I don't think he's gonna get knocked out like Ronda Rousey, but I think they should. Dude's been out what 2-3 years now.
Yeah.
Still
3
lifting.
years?
Yeah, but he's
Just like GSP. What are they doing? Putting GSP at 185? Like,
because it's Bisping. He's like, look, we're
Stupid.
gonna bring you back and give you a title fight. Take out Bisping, who's gonna retire, who needs to retire because his eye is like doing the
oh my
wandering
god,
thing.
yeah, he's got some.
Every time he
bad
blinks,
scar
it like
tissue.
comes here and then it just wanders.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got some bad scar tissue.
That would have been Anthony.
Yeah, I know, right? I was gonna look like Fetty Wap.
Man,
terrible.
we weren't able to find the Casey Smith fight.
No, I couldn't find it.
All right. Well, I'll have to check that out later. You guys check out Casey Smith, bad girl from.
She's
Disciple.
she just passed her SWAT thing.
Oh my
She's on
gosh.
SWAT now.
Are
She's
you
a
kidding me?
Muay Thai fighter, SWAT officer.
When you
She's
were
a bad chick,
When-
and she's hot.
when you were interrupting the.
Battery's dying.
Oh, I got.
Yeah,
You got a
charger.
charger over there?
Oh, you took my charger. You're using it.
The iPhone?
You got 20% left.
Okay.
You should make
Yeah,
it.
I don't
through
know
the-
how long we got.
30 minutes or less.
Yeah, you should make it.
So, yeah. What the hell was I even saying?
Casey?
Casey. Yeah, Casey.
We'll link it.
When you were interrupting the program with your taking a leak, we were talking about how she's a sweetheart.
She is.
She's so nice.
One of the nicest people you ever meet. But go ahead and get on her bad side. She'll kick you and knock you out
Yeah.
with quick. She's got head movement like nobody's business.
Any other fighters work for you?
No, I don't think so. Right? It's just
I
you,
think we
Kenny,
just got me,
and
Kenny,
Josh.
and Josh. Big Josh out there.
I
in,
mean, I've
Arlington.
had like random guys help out. Like Cisco's helped me out before. Daniel's helped me out before. Even Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler.
Tyler Stevenson. He helped me bounce New Year's Eve or something.
Yeah,
like
he
a
always
year
comes
ago.
out there occasionally. Has Mike bounced out there too?
Who?
Mike Pope?
I think I had him one night.
Yeah.
One night he did.
You guys got any good stories from bouncing?
From bouncing?
Oh man, I bounced.
Yeah.
I bounced in Fairfax from 20 years old till. I don't know what I was, but man, we used to get in a fight.
The Old Shabin?
I bounced at Buffalo Wing University,
Oh yeah.
and you were guaranteed getting in a fight every Thursday for dollar beers. You were guaranteed. My very first night ever working there, it was like a 30-on-30 brawl. Like one of the bouncers got hit. Somebody got a golf club out of their trunk, hit one of the bouncers in the stomach with it. Like it was literally, man, I was just like grabbing people and throwing them out the back door, grabbing people, throwing them out the back door. I had one girl, I was like trying to break her up, and I was pulling her. She's holding on to the bar, swings back, just Wolverines my neck, like all the way down, man. And then we get in another fight one time, and it's like 3 of us against 3 guys, and we're fighting. Good. We're fighting, man, and it goes into the kitchen. Like we're fighting in the kitchen.
Oh my god!
And then one of the bouncers like throws I'm hitting this guy on the ground. One of the bouncers throws a haymaker, hits me. The bouncer hits me in the eye, so I get even more bad. I'm hitting this dude even harder after that. But in my eye, I have like a black eye after this, just from the friggin' bouncer hitting me.
I got hit in the face for the first time bouncing not too long ago. I can't say which player it was, but it was a Redskins player
I already know.
who hit me in the nose. And then shortly, like that was one weekend where I was trying to break up a fight. I don't want to say it's my fault because I wasn't wearing like an A-Town security shirt. But he saw me in the black polo and the black dress pants. Like, what else am I coming over to do?
I don't know, man. You're hanging out, bro.
Come
That's how
on,
you
man.
dress. Who knows?
Come on. When I come over and I'm like, hey, everybody chill. Everybody chill. I turned around. There was one dude who was trying to get to the dude standing on the couches. And I'm push him to the other bouncer. He takes him out the back door to the patio. So I turn around and I'm like, yo, chill out. And I turn around to get one other person. And this dude who's standing on the couch, who happens to be the Skins player, pushes me in the back. So I turn around. I'm like, all right, we're doing this. I go for the double leg. Now, he's on the couch. I'm on the other side of the couch. It's probably about yay high. And I'm diving over. We fall into a party over here. And I'm thinking, we're going down to the ground. This is it. I got you. But we fall into the party. And the party, we don't fall to the ground. We just fall like maybe 45 degrees and then push back this way. Push back this way, I go like down on one leg and I get up and I kind of like stumble and I fall through the doors. And me and Kenny have the guy on the ground and I'm looking up and I'm like, why do I feel so drunk right now? Why is everybody so fuzzy? And I'm looking and I kind of feel my nose. And I'm like, oh, somebody hit me. Somebody hit me in the face. And I'm looking up and there's this dude all gold chained out. It's not the Skins player, but he's like gold chain, gold rings. And he's looking at me and he's like, you, I'm coming back for you. And I'm like, okay, buddy, I'm right here. Aunt's brother Nick is like, yo, what are you doing? Get inside, get inside. This dude's out here talking about he's gonna come back for everybody. Go inside. Go wash yourself up.
So basically, you're saying you got beat up.
No. I didn't get beat up. I got sucker punched like crazy. I didn't even know I got hit until I was
Sucker
like
punch.
5 minutes later. I'm like, what happened? And people are looking at me in my face like, oh. Then the next weekend, I get hit in the same spot, the nose, right on the button. Not some Skins player, not some big dude.
Casey Smith.
No. It was a girl, though. Smaller than Casey.
How did I know?
No weight to her whatsoever. Smaller than Casey. She was scrapping with some other girl. And we're now, as bouncers or security, we're not allowed to put hands on anybody unless there's a threat. So this chick is like wailing on some other chick. And I'm like, all right, you got to go. So I'm like, I pull her off. I don't want to like push her out the door, but I'm like, okay, we got to go. And she's flailing her arms, knocking everybody's drinks out their hands, stomping around, like pushing other people out her way. And I'm like, all right, now, like I bear hug her, pick her up, and walk her out. Walk her all the way around to the front. And I know she's trying to go back in. She's like, can I get my phone? Can I at least get my purse? And I was like, you should have thought about that before you wanted to push everybody's drinks out of their hand and like push everybody. Yeah. She's like, I don't even care. This place is da-da-da-da. And like starts cursing up a storm. Now there's 2 glass doors. And I'm sitting out here in the front. She's trying to go in. I'm like, nope, you're not going in. I walk in and she starts talking, just yapping. So I close the door. And there's a line out there. Everybody's watching this go down. As I close the door, I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Just start yapping like this. I'm like, nah. And she opens the door. Uh-oh. As she cocks back, I'm like, she's about to hit me. And like 2 things going on in my mind. I'm like, John, you can either A, like teep her, push her back, and kick her in the belly so she falls back and you don't get hit in the face, or B, just eat it. And I ate it, and she hit it like she didn't hit nothing else on my face but my nose.
You got knocked out.
No, but it was still sore from the
out.
last weekend. Like
I started crying, teared up.
No,
Oh.
it did tear up because it was flush. Like it was still sore and not healed from the last. I couldn't even wiggle my nose like this without pain from the last weekend. And she hit it flush, and I'm sitting out there like, God.
You telling me that we got certified ratchet in this area?
Oh my!
Yeah.
Not in this area. In Arlington.
Oh,
for sure.
Arlington?
No.
Arlington.
They
for
come
sure.
in from Maryland and D.C. That's what
Yeah, they do.
Oh man.
Yeah, they did. But she hit me in the nose, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And the other
Oh,
bouncer,
man.
the doorman behind me, was like, oh, John's about to wail on her. I could not do nothing but laugh. Like like the people in the line were like, oh, and then they saw me laugh, and they're like, huh?
Confused.
What's about to happen?
Yeah.
I got a funny story. We were at Mr. Days in Arlington. It's probably like 6 years ago. So we're upstairs, man. It's like me, my brother, a couple of my boys, and it's like frat dude. You know, he's wearing the sunglasses. He has the button with the open, the little loose tie, and everything. Right? This guy's like, I accidentally bump into him trying to get to the bathroom. I was like, hey, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying? The guy wouldn't drop it. He wouldn't let it go. It gets in my face. This close to my face. I just, boom, wind up and hit him and lays him out cold. And I was like, damn it. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't mean to do that. I was like, ah. So I looked at my brother. I was like, Nick, what do I do? What do I do? He was like, just sit down, drink a beer, act like you didn't do anything. So I was like, so I do. I sit down and I'm just like drinking the beer. Bouncers come running up. The dude's laid out. So the bouncers just grab a random dude that's standing around him thinking it's him, right? So I'm just like, all right, good. I'm not going to happen. Then the one girl was like, it was him. It was him. It was that guy. I was like, all right, that's fine.
Snitch.
Like, the funniest part, though, I was like, what do I do? My brother's like, sit down and act like you didn't do anything, though. Like,
Dude, that totally would have worked too. That was straight out of Indiana Jones, man. He jumped in the right, what was it, the rice sack or whatever?
Yep.
Runs around the corner and just jumps in the thing. They just keep running by. Man, pretty good.
I had one dude, I guess he was in the NHL. I don't know. His friend said he was in the NHL, but these two dudes were causing a problem, and I knew they were going to cause a problem the whole night. The whole night he's been yelling, like, yeah, ah, like getting rowdy. I'm like, all right, man, just relax. Finally, the bouncers had had enough, and they were like, all right, man, you got to go. So we take him out. There's like 4 of us escorting him out, escorting both the guys out. The one friend who, I guess, of the drunk dude is yelling like, hey, that's my friend. What are you doing? Because he had tripped and fell. So they were trying to help him out. That dude thought he was getting jumped. And I'm like, hey, man, just relax. You're causing more problem than it needs to be. They're helping him out. And he was like, but he's in the NHL. I'm like, that's cool. We're just trying to help him out, get him out before anything causes problems. And mind you, this dude's like chest to chest. I'm trying to like, relax, bro. Relax. This is about 2 minutes of me telling this dude to relax while we're trying to get this drunk dude out. Finally, he yells at the top of his lungs, chest to chest, right in my ear, but he's in the bleeping NHL. I lost it. I snapped. I like pushed him back. You could see his face change. Like,
Uh-oh.
I didn't expect you to be that strong.
Uh-oh.
Chest, like, boom. And he falls back a little bit. I like I said, I snapped. I started reaching for him. I'm like, come back here. I'm about to knock you out.
Jeez.
And one of the other bouncers sees it going down and like grabs me and is like, yo. I grab his shirt and I'm like trying to get past him. Everything went dark. I'm trying to get past him. I'm like, no, come here. You want to like just yelling. And then like I came to and I had the bouncer
John
shirt
saw
and was
red.
like, yeah,
So
for real.
surely
John
did.
straight up
I
saw
was
red.
ready to knock somebody out and just not stop until somebody pulled me off. But I never got to him because the other bouncer who, shout out to Dorian, that man, I had his shirt and I'm like trying to pull him out the way and he like, John. And I like snap, come to him like, oh my, I fixed his shirt. Like,
Nice
bad,
job.
dude.
Nice
My
job.
bad. And the other the NHL dude is sitting there on the floor like, I'm like shaking. I'm like, oh. But the coolest part about that whole thing is when we're walking out. I wasn't there initially.
Got his autograph?
No, I wasn't there initially.
Nice.
But it was cold, and I had this coat on. Let me move this back while I do this. I had this coat on, And I had planned this all night. Put all my stuff in the pocket just in case we had a fight. And the coat comes off. I'm like,
Time to fight.
Walked through it came through it fell off perfectly. Everything. I was like,
everything fell off perfectly. And I was like, yeah. I hope everybody who was watching saw that.
Oh my gosh. So your coat comes off, and what does that mean?
That means it's go time.
Are you that guy that takes his shirt off when he fights?
Nah, well, I only rip it when
He
I'm
takes
drunk.
his
You know
shoes
that.
off.
Because while you're in the middle of taking your shirt off, I'm gonna hit you. So
No. I take my shoes off so people know.
That's right.
When you see somebody take their shoes off, that's when you're like,
When I was-
I don't know when I want to do this.
That's like the hold my errands girl.
It's
hold my glasses.
Hold my glasses.
Anybody out there listening right now or watching, if you see somebody take their shoes off and get like hands come up, you need to check real quick. I'm like, hey, buddy.
Hey,
I
let
don't
me
know
buy
if
you a
wanna do
beer.
this.
Let me buy you
just-
like 5
let's-
beers.
Let's just relax.
That's
or
from
if somebody's ears have cauliflower on them.
Cauliflower.
Yeah. Well, if you
yeah.
see the cauliflower,
Probably
ear,
don't
you
wanna
just-
fight
you just
them.
don't do
Don't
it.
start anything with that person.
Yeah, no.
let them be.
They're either A, a wrestler, or B, a MMA fighter, and you don't
No,
want to do that.
Remember back in the day before MMA got big, and it was all about like karate and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Kids take off their shoe, like especially Asian kid takes off his shoes. You
Yeah.
piss him off. He takes his. You're like, oh,
Oh man, I messed up. I'm sorry, man. It's my fault.
it's about to be a couple roundhouse kicks.
It's my fault, man. I didn't mean it. You know what? This is all on me.
Now it's like, you're gonna get taken down. You're gonna get pounded, ground and pound.
Yeah.
You're gonna get choked out.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
That is funny though. When you get as a bouncer, when you take somebody out and then you get choked out.
You ever choke like a rear naked on somebody?
Bouncing? Mm-hmm. No, but I watched Kenny do it. This dude was getting in some girl's
Oh
face.
my god.
He was getting in some girl's face, yelling and screaming, and Kenny had enough. Kenny doesn't do like any hostility towards a female. He won't have it. This girl was like,
Kenny's
"Oh
a
my
gentleman.
God." Huh?
Kenny's a gentleman.
Yeah. and I see him take her like rear naked. I'm like, Kenny, we can't. It was too late. The dude was already out.
It was already out.
Yeah, I was like, Kenny, we can't choke. Oh.
Did he at least gently bring him to the ground, or did he just drop him down?
No, he took him out and he was like, and stay out and let him go. And the dude said,
Plunk. Yeah. All right. Well, you didn't need those brain cells, did you?
right? I was
Yeah,
like,
right.
oh man.
There's two things that I want to do before I die in a fight, and I don't get in fights anymore, so it's gonna be kind of hard. But a rear naked, knock someone, like choke someone out, and a square like kidney or a liver punch, like a square liver punch where it's like like it looks like a knockdown, like a knockout.
But you get the
God, how many times I've wanted to get that and haven't gotten that.
I just want to kick somebody. Like in a street fight, when they're expecting the hands, I
And
just
then-
want to mush the face and then come with the back leg, just boom, crash it down on the leg.
You know, Crew Douglas had this thing where he would teep kick you in the face,
Yeah.
but he'd look down at your knees, like at your legs.
That's where I got teeping from.
Oh my gosh,
Him teeping people in the face, I seen it and I was like, oh, I could do that?
that's a good one.
But I do it by accident now. Like I go for a teep in the chest and I don't know my range and it'll pop somebody in the mouth.
Right in the mouth.
Shout out to Coach Paul because I've accidentally done that to him a couple times.
Coach Paul.
when you
One of
when
the
you
nicest human beings
I know.
ever in my
He
life.
really is, man.
I've seen that guy get mad one time. And all right, I've known this guy for how long now? He's cussed. I've seen him cuss one time, and it was at me. It was during that Rob Stratton fight when the guy cheap shot me after the round.
Mm-hmm.
So I have this dude and I had an arm choke for probably like a minute straight, and this guy would not tap because he was so skinny. Just like it wasn't, So I mounted him with like 15 seconds left, and I'm pounding away. Bell rings, and he boom hits me, splits the bridge of my nose. Right. So I'm like, he's getting up. I'm like, what? Let's go. What? You know what I mean? And, all right, Coach Paul, nicest human being you will ever meet in your life. I've never heard this guy cuss. He doesn't drink. He doesn't do anything bad at all. Get your fucking ass on this stool right now, because I'm trying to fight the dude in between the round or in the middle. He's like, get fucking stool right now. Get on the stool, right? And I'm like, all right, In the meantime,
Coach Paul cursing.
That was
You
serious.
yeah,
That was serious.
Yeah, and it was serious. I was like, damn, I never seen this guy. Never heard this dude cuss in my life. And in the meantime, I had such a grip on the head and arm, I tore the tendon in my thumb, and my
What?
thumb was stuck in a 90-degree angle. So all the time we took arguing, he had about 20 seconds to try to fix my thumb. So you see me in the beginning of the round go back out. First of all, this guy's like taller than John. Like what? He was like 6'3", 6'4". Looked like the Russian versus Rocky. I'm trying to mess around till I get the feeling back in my thumb, throwing head kicks at this guy because I had no feeling in my right hand. So I'm like that. I ended up knocking the dude out like 3 minutes in the second round. But it was just like I've never heard this guy, Coach Paul, cuss ever in my life. He got so mad at me.
This guy is like the straight up mahalo, like chill, almost Zen Buddha.
Yeah.
That's his nickname, isn't it? Isn't it something like
Zen Buddha?
Zen Buddha or
I
something?
don't know. I never heard that. Is it?
I don't know.
No? I feel like he has a nickname. Like maybe that's just his vibe.
He kind of looks like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it was. The one thing that I was always, the thing that still makes me cringe, like when I watch videos and stuff, and the thing that I was most afraid of in a fight was getting a, like you go for a leg kick, and they check it, and then your what is it, tibia fit? No.
Yeah.
Snap in half, and so then you get the rubber.
You get the
Like Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva, yeah.
Having that other guy too.
That sounds really painful.
What, 10%? Do you guys got a charger? Right possible
there.
hookup to that? Or?
Oh, shout out to Chris Merritt. Just joined.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey,
Chris Merritt, you
Chris.
missed it, bro. I was talking
Ching-ching.
about you, man.
We're moving the, just put it right there. It's perfect. Right on that tack box, maybe. There you go.
There
you
it
go.
is.
Get
There
in,
it
John.
is.
That's all that matters.
Shout out to Chris Merritt. Kenny
Chris
Lopez
Merritt,
is up
what's
there
up,
too.
bro?
But the one thing that I watch, you go on YouTube, you're watching like all the knockouts, you're watching all the, blood chokes and all that good stuff, right?
Yeah.
The one thing that I can watch it, but it pains me, is when they break their legs on other dudes' legs.
Dude, that's.
Could you
see
imagine?
that?
One of
It's
the
like,
hugest fears.
Have you seen that?
Yes, it's very painful.
Could
to
you
watch.
imagine
No, I
stepping
don't
down
wanna
on that
imagine.
leg
And
and then what does that even feel like? Do you even,
probably not. You're probably in such shock.
Yeah.
You're just like.
it's
every-
like broken bone going in the muscle.
every time I've seen it, the guy's always still game, but then he looks down and goes, "Oh!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
wouldn't even look. I'm like, what does it look like? What does it look like? Don't tell me. It's like.
Especially if you go to plan on it and you're like, why did I just planned it? What happened? Why is it? Oh no.
oh no,
Dude, that's
no.
the one thing though. Like I could see my own blood, and like, but I can't see anyone else's blood. It's weird coming from a fighter because I've had other people's blood going in my mouth and stuff.
I was
before,
about to say.
But so, me and my brother, one year we were in high school, I think, maybe in college, I don't remember. But it was a long time ago. We ended up getting in a fight on Thanksgiving Day playing football with these random dudes, and we're supposed to go have dinner with my mom and everyone. We ended up getting, Nick, I don't know if you're still watching, remember this, but we ended up getting in a fight with these dudes, and my brother gets his like chin split open a little bit, right? So we're in the car, and he's the one that's like cut open, and he's driving. He's like, how bad is it? And he goes like this, and I could see through it. I'm out the window, like almost throwing up, almost passing out, and he's like driving just fine. And I have my head out the window because I'm about to about to pass out and throw up. And he's the one cut open. I was just like, so we called my mom. We're like, we're gonna be a little late to dinner. We're in the ER right now.
Oh my gosh! And they didn't see you until like 12 hours
Oh
later,
my god,
right?
yeah.
I
But-
hate that. You go to the ER and it's like
Yeah.
if you're not brain dead, they're not seeing you for hours.
No.
It's
Yeah.
not happening.
So he had to get stitched up on Thanksgiving Day. So delayed dinner a little bit.
Was everybody mad, or how was the?
They were just worried to make sure he was all right. I mean, they were mad we
you
got
mean
in
you're
a
at
fight.
the ER?
Yeah. They were mad we got in a fight, obviously, but
Did he
you know,
did he try to eat with that thing?
man, I don't even think he ate that day, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I was
'cause it
about to
all
say.
like, I mean, it was literally like right here, and it was just split open like that.
Yikes!
I just remember I had to keep my head out the window because I was about to throw up and I couldn't look at it.
That is funny, man.
Yeah.
A fighter that, because I'm sure you've hit guys and blood has been.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Like it's weird, but it's like, man, almost like when they did the first surgery on my left ear, and they were putting those needles, numbing it all around my ear. I was good. Then they shot the 3 in my ear, like in the ear canal right there. Man, I was like, she saw me. I got pitched like just completely white. She was like, "You okay?" I was like, "No, I'm gonna pass out." She was like, "I'm gonna pass out." I was like, "You need to stop for
Nope,
a second.
I'm gonna pass out.
She's in there putting cold rags all over me. He's just like, "Oh man."
So Eric,
Yeah.
do you want to talk about your day at all?
No,
Is that bad?
not on the air.
Okay, all right. Eric's had
Not on the air.
an interesting day.
It's pretty bad, man.
I just
Yeah.
I just wanted to make.
Girlfriend ended up in the emergency room.
Oh man, hope she's okay.
Yeah, she gonna be all right?
Yeah, it was
Everything okay?
severe flu symptoms and an allergic reaction to
Oh, wow.
medication. So
Oh,
Damn.
yeah, so
What a horrible combo.
I had
Yeah,
to
it
take
was-
I had to take my girl to ER. Shit, like 6 months ago, she was like severely dehydrated. She told me she was in the middle of the night. She came and woke me up. She told me she saw a witch.
oh crap,
A
she
witch-
hallucinated.
A witch hallucinated. Saw a witch on the fan going like this. And I was like, all right, let's go to the
That's
hospital.
super
But
dehydration.
they gave her 2. She went through 2 sodium bags. She was like severely
Yeah.
dehydrated.
jeez.
Yeah, Jess had to have 2
Like,
bags
to
last
the
night.
point where she was hallucinating.
What causes that?
Not drinking water.
I don't know. Yeah, she was.
Could be
I don't know
anything.
what happened. I think it was. I don't know. Maybe she wasn't drinking water, or I don't
Could
know
be
what
anything.
happened there. Yeah, I don't know where that cap went.
It's gone, man. It's gone. So, I really don't have any more questions, man. I got a lot of great stories out of you guys. That was fantastic.
That was a good time,
Nice.
man. Thanks for having me on.
That was freaking
Well,
cool,
Thanks for coming on.
man.
That Chris up there, what did he say?
Yeah, let's see what the viewers are.
We were just talked about Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. Chris Valentine.
RNC folks at the bar.
Is that old?
No, these
These are just coming up now. It's still live.
He's talking about
tagging
RNC.
Kenny.
Oh,
We haven't talked about RNC. What are your people
rear
saying?
naked. Yeah, he was just saying how Kenny rear naked choked the guy at the bar.
Yeah,
Remember?
Kenny, good
That's
to
what he
go.
was talking about.
Margaret
Lopez.
just mentioned, thanks
good
science for your niece. Leukemia treatment. It's all brought to you by science.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, we I threw a fundraiser for her back in September, I believe.
Yeah.
Raised a good amount of money.
Don
Raised
Tito's.
like 15,000. Don Tito. We're gonna do another one here on May 18th at prime time.
Nice.
With I got
Right
involved with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Foundation. They're actually gonna come in and we're gonna do a big fundraiser. And they actually didn't have the first 10 days they were in the hospital. They actually didn't have insurance. The dad was in the military and he's out. He was a Marine.
okay.
And he's out and moved back, and he was still trying to get a job. His insurance and stuff didn't go through yet. So they actually, the first 10 days they didn't have insurance. So
Oh, my gosh.
but the Leukemia Lymphoma Society is actually going to cover that. They're going to cover the days that they didn't have insurance, which is
Right
going
on.
to be a huge
That's
help.
what's up. Yeah, no
Because
kidding.
the chemo is it's hundreds of thousands of dollars, man. I mean, I think we've raised almost like 90,000. I mean, that doesn't even put a dent in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy the treatment, but she's
Is St. Jude's involved at all?
we didn't go through St. Jude's. Went through, like I said, a Leukemia Lymphoma
Yeah,
Society,
yeah.
and then a couple other
I was just
people.
curious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had like another lady. She donated an iPad to her so she could
Nice.
watch. Yeah, so she could watch movies while she's getting
That's
her
so
chemo.
nice.
Oh, it's crazy, man. The people that helped out. It's amazing. It's amazing, like the people that helped out with this. It's just crazy, man. I mean, it's just you want a wake up call, man. You go to the Oncology Children's Center and walk down that hallway, man. That's like. You see these little babies, man, with brain cancer and, little 10-year-olds and 8-year-olds, you see them and they're just fighting cancer, man. It's like nothing compared to what we have to deal with on a daily basis, man. Like
even
I walked
close.
down,
It's all they know in their lives.
Yeah, I would go
Yeah.
see her like every day and just walk down that hallway, man. And you just see these kids and you're just like, there was a little baby in there. He was like a year old fighting brain cancer. And they
Poor kid.
they actually sent him home because they just said there's nothing
They're just
they
waiting
can,
for him.
there's nothing they could do anymore for him, and it's just you hear this stuff and you're just like it just makes you like really appreciate what you have and every day.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
Did you?
What's up?
Speaking of science,
Oh boy.
did you hear about them using HIV to cure AIDS?
I have heard of HIV to cure cancer.
Cancer. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Really?
they're using the
Really?
yeah, what they're doing is they're using the immunodeficiency portion of it. So like they'll infect the cancer cells with HIV, and then
But
they'll
then
die.
don't they have HIV then?
No, the cells that die, they're usually the tumor
Really?
or
Oh,
the,
that's
the
crazy.
cancer
I
cells.
never heard that.
So what
Yeah.
so what HIV does, right? HIV it was explained to me in
Okay.
layman's terms,
Okay.
and it was great for me. I'll see if it's good for you guys too. But HIV is an eater. It eats things
Very quickly.
very quickly. It's rabid eater. So what they did, these scientists in Canada or somewhere, I forget where, they're engineering HIV to become an eater of cancer cells. So if you have cancer cells in your body, they unleash this HIV only eats cancer cells
Yeah.
to eradicate the cancer cells.
Yeah, the way
Wow.
I've read that they did it is so cancer cells grow irregularly. They're like cells that are broken, and the DNA in those cells is totally corrupted.
Yeah.
So they taught HIV to find corrupted DNA anywhere in the body and eat it, and it's brilliant. It's a brilliant use of it.
Yeah.
So
So leukemia is it's a blood and bone cancer, and that's what when
Those are the toughest
when we
ones.
brought her when we brought her in, she had to get a blood transfusion, platelet transfusion because everything was so low, and the platelets what obviously helps you clot and everything. And so it's so dangerous for her to go out and do stuff because in case you get cut, she's not going to clot. But like I said, she's battling it out, and she got through the 4th phase, and she's like, everything's back to normal. They're actually they were calling the Incredible Hulk in the hospital because
Nice.
like they were like, okay, she's gonna lose her hair. Didn't lose her hair until this 4th phase. She was supposed to lose it back in the 2nd phase. She didn't start getting sick from the chemo till like 6 months after they were it was supposed what I'm saying.
Nice, so she's
just like
a
defeating
trooper.
all the odds. It's crazy.
it's awesome.
It's
Strong.
crazy. She takes the medicine on her own. Like, to give her the medicine, she does it on her own. The nurse is like, I have 10-year-olds that won't take the medicine on their own. Like, it's crazy what she does, And
Has she had a marrow transplant yet?
no, that's like the very last resort.
Yeah.
And if the chemo doesn't work, which luckily everything is working for her.
That's good.
They're even saying like they've never seen somebody's blood react to the chemo like hers is. So they're actually like taking her blood and like studying it to see like what's in it. Because
That's
like
awesome.
they call it she has like golden blood. They're saying like
No, that you'd be surprised that a lot of cancer treatments come from like 1 or 2 different people.
yeah.
They'll figure out this person's specific blood type
Yeah.
or the way their blood grows
Yeah.
is special, and they need to replicate it. They need to reuse that what they learned from
Yeah.
a little girl like her.
Well, luckily
That's
she
awesome.
had the common one, the ALL.
Mhm.
That's like the very common leukemia where they have so much different research on it, and because it's just so common in kids that there's a lot of different cures for it, and it has like a 98% survive rate on
Right
it now
on.
because it's so common, which we were very grateful to hear when we got the news, obviously.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Only reason I know a little bit about cancer is because my cousin died of it.
Oh
Yeah,
man, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he died 26 of like
Oh,
6
wow.
different kinds of cancer. He's a Marine veteran, Gulf War.
Damn.
And they didn't know what it was until it was too late. He had a skin lesion,
Yeah.
and it just never got treated.
Damn.
The doctor decided, oh, I don't want to treat that. So it was a big case. Went all the way to Congress. They were going to pass a law to change the way the military medical malpractice and
Yeah,
neglect
yeah.
worked.
Wow.
They never got there though. So I'm glad she's doing better though.
Yeah,
Just-
she's a little soldier,
Awesome.
man. I'll tell you that much, man. She's fighting a lot harder than I ever fought in my life. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Preach.
She's a little beast.
and live like what Anthony said, live every day like tomorrow's not gonna happen for you.
It's not promised.
It's not promised, man. We don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. So make sure that you're living life. Make sure you're taking action, like we said. Make sure that you're, really just squeezing out as much as you can from this life. Anthony, do you have any any plugs or shout outs or anything that you want to put out there while we're on? Still on?
Yeah, let's go. Say what's up to the family, mom, dad, Nick, Gio, my fiance again, Taylor. Love you. All right. So don't beat me up now. I gave you a shout out.
Twice.
Casey, Lil Savvy, Frankie, everyone. Everyone that always has my back, my family, friends, love you guys. Thanks for watching.
You guys go out there. You check out Prime Time. What's the website?
You also want to check out the GOAT VA.
Yeah, right now we got Primetime Sports Bar and Grill in Fairfax. We got Don Tito in Arlington. We have A-Town Bar and Grill in Arlington, Bronx Pizza in Arlington, Don Taco in Old Town Alexandria, which is going to be on the we just filmed on the show Cheap Eats. That's all going to be on the Food Network here in the next couple months. Then we got the Goat opening up here in June in Arlington as well, right in Clarendon, where the old Hard Times used to be. Check out Cordero Wine. Get it at all of our restaurants right now. Trying to get it in the stores here soon. So appreciate everyone's continued support. Love you guys.
There you go. Thank you. I want to thank Anthony Cordero for coming on. Hopefully it's not going to be his last time, just his first time. John Hughes for coming on once again.
Thanks, John.
I love being here, man. This is awesome.
John's the man.
I love being here.
John Hughes.
My lovely co-host. Eric
show him the
Santiago.
biceps, though. Look at John's biceps, though.
Holy sh!
Jesus.
He might be the sexiest one in
Shout
here.
out to Chris Merritt for making these biceps.
Watch
Frat
out,
Boy
though,
Friday.
man. He tears elbows. Watch him.
Yeah, these
Tears
tear elbows.
Tears elbows. And prevent you from fighting in tournaments.
Yeah, don't train with him.
Don't train with them.
Hey, come on.
Don't.
now.
Hey, you can train with them,
Put
but
that out there.
don't start beating him because then he tries to hurt you.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, guys. I want to thank you guys for checking out another episode. This was episode 7 of the Righteous Anger Podcast.
Hey. All right. Can you cut that live off on my thing? Thanks.
Goodbye, everybody.
Cool. Good show.
That was good.
I love it.
That was a good show.